I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never Could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less. You check as I'm chess, what's happening next? Yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson. He got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place. I wanna be first, work till it hurts. Dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft. You can change lives. You create thoughts. Never waste time. You got one shot. You got one life. Better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5. No mean boss. Just my life and free thoughts. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way. What I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me.
All right, guys, I'm back. Hello, everybody. How's you doing today? How are you doing? I'm tired, so bear with the sleepy face we got going on here today. It's all good though. Been a long week. Missed you all so much. Miss you all of the time. Oh gosh, I have like so many housekeeping items to go over, and I don't have one in my mind right now. So when they come up, I will discuss. How about that? Love that song. Haven't played it in forever. So I am running behind today. Had some technical difficulties. Hope everyone's doing all right. So yeah, Foxy, the one and only Fox that talks coast to coast with Foxfire Tarot, is going to be my new slogan. So I'm excited for that. Let's go into chat and see what's going on. Oh my gosh, cutie pie, love and light. Oh my gosh, thank you for Quartzy. Yay, cutie. I love you too. I love you. I love you. I love all of you. Oh my gosh, hey Nadie, my girl. Oh, absolutely, Quartzy. Trust. You look at your reading today. What else we got in here? Mama Pyro. Mama Pyro's pointer lovers here. Okay. Hey, Andrea. Hey, my soul sister. My soul sister. I don't know what's going on with my mouse. It's not really clicking very well today, so. Great Quartzy. Where my sexy mama at? Crazy mama. I don't know. She's been really busy, you guys, doing her thing, but she might pop in today. You never know. Hey, Mandy. How's it going? Last time we didn't get you on, so we're going to do you, we're going to put you on the list. We got Quartzy. And what's today's date? February 22nd, 2026. Okay. Hiya, pointer lover. Hi, Tifa. Yes, I got my lips on. Oh my God. Absolutely, Tifa. Yes. Okay, so thanks for my mods. hanging out. Nadine, my girl. Those of you who are joining in as well, who are mods. And thank you for all my peeps that are popping by. So yeah, I've had kind of a long week. I've been struggling with just the snow and ice, and like everyone else, the seasonal depression of February, that is the longest month of the year, and it's the shortest month on my calendar, so that makes no sense. But anyway. So yeah, I got the tea, gonna spill it. Oh my god, that's so good. And get this. I've been trying this new thing I learned, and whenever I boil my water now, I'm using for my tea, as you can see, I place my crystals all around the outer side of this water kettle. And it's supposed to increase or change the dynamic of the water molecules. And so it's got protection, prosperity, wealth, healing. We've got mental, intellectual stimulation here with the quartz and the energy vibration of the universal crystal. We have our universe crystal. We've got our blue. Ouch. Anyways, we've got all of our crystals, and I like to believe that it's working. So yeah, something maybe you guys can try. See if you feel any different. I find like when I drink the water that I boiled after the crystal set up, I don't know, I just feel a little bit different. I feel a bit more vibrationally different. It's interesting. So do it for me and see what you think. See if it changes how you feel, or if your mood improves, or if you get a boost of any kind of thing. It'd be interesting what you come up with. So yeah, try it out. I need to know what's going on with me energetically, especially in my romantic loving energy. Some stuff is coming up for me too. Feel too primal. Yes, I hear that. With the transit alignment changing and slowly moving, we're going to notice a few shifts going on. We have listen, February is a supercharged month politically. March is going to be a supercharged month politically. The global stage is going to definitely be having some interesting changes over the next few months. I think the world is going to sort of simmer in the mid of July. I think you're going to see a lot of things transpiring in July. I also see another assassination attempt on a couple of people, actually, in the political arena. Not just within the States, but on the global stage. So that should be interesting. Also, there's going to be something coming up with the Pope. So be wary of be mindful of that. There's something coming in drastic with the Vatican. And I've done some meditation. This is what's been coming out. So also I see something happening with there's going to be something to do with the ocean and the water and the Gulf. And I feel like this United States is going to get very wealthy. So if you guys are worried about your economy, don't be. Canada, we are also going through some stuff, so I feel like we're going to be okay as well. There's a lot of big changes coming into the world, and unfortunately that's it's going to happen regardless if we want it to or not. And so, but I feel like it's all positive change. I know it sounds really scary right now, but the meditation I have received has been one of it's going to be kind of like hard, but then at the end, it's going to be worth it, is what my guides are telling me. Like, it's almost like this transition needs to happen. This change needs to happen. It's like, regardless of how or why we're here, regardless of who is doing it, what is being done, it is paving a way and a road to a new way of thinking, to a new philosophy, to a new paradigm on the global stage. Now, take it or leave it, it's going to feel vibrationally weird for a little bit. I told you in December, January, February, March, which are going to be 3 really interesting months for the Trump administration, as well as for the technical side of things. AI is going to take a huge leap in the next month. So be watchful of that. It's already happening. And also I feel like there's going to be a lot of independent national sort of like homegrown support local business. So like US supports US, Canada supports Canada, Mexico supports Mexico, and then the interdynamics of that happening. Like, so expect, you know, some increases in some products, maybe lower prices on others. So I feel like everything's going to balance out at the end of the day. I'm not really looking forward to paying like probably $10 for, you know, a case of my favorite Coke Zero product, but that's the world we're in now, guys. And we have to really kind of, you know, realize that that's what's coming. So not a good time to, I would say, take any major trips or, you know, financially strap yourself, because I feel like saving right now is really important for everyone. So just keep a few dollars, you know, in your back pocket for a rainy day. So have a rainy day fund. Otherwise, things are looking good economically. I think things are looking good on the world front arena. There's going to be some moments where we're going to be fearful, but I think at the end of the day, they're tactics. And I think they're tactics that are going to benefit everyone involved. And I think that these tactics are part of a bigger picture that we just can't see and we're not allowed to see. So just strap in, put your seatbelt on, and yeah, that's the tea I'm spilling on that. So as far as the immigration stuff, I'm not touching that. I think that's a very hot topic, and I don't know how I feel about any of it really. I understand the logic behind a lot of it. I know that we have to be able to support our own country, and then after that, you know, great, but I don't know what that looks like for a lot of people right now. And unfortunately, my heart goes out to everyone that has to be a part of that transition, which is not, in my opinion, the best case scenario. But it's kind of like, what else do we do? Like, what else do the like, what, not us as a people, because obviously we want to be, you know, interconnected with everybody, inclusion, diversity, all the things that are good. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like, we need equality. We need equality for our people who are in the backyard too, right? So it's like we need our neighbors, our backyard, and then also whoever is entering the country to be on the same even playing field. So I think a lot of shifts are going to happen that way as well. As far as like the celebrity life, I oh man. I'm going to tell you, there's some people that have a lot of power in Hollywood. Let me just say that. There's some people that have a lot of power in Hollywood that, well, it's not just Hollywood. It's an intertwined web of higher, it's a hierarchy, that is going to, like, the exposure is not over. Let's just say that. The exposure is not over. That's a great t-shirt too. I see a lot of like clarity coming to light, but I see a lot of cover up as well. I see there's going to be people that are still untouchable that aren't going to be touched like at all. But at the same breath, they will be. It's just, it's not going to be, how do I put this? You're not going to see them publicly fall, but they will take a step back, and you'll notice it. You'll notice it in the music industry. You'll notice it in the film industry. You'll notice it on Wall Street. You'll notice it. You'll notice it in like lower type of civic work. And I think that this I feel like people I feel like people are coming fully aware. It's like it's like full circle back to a place where people just did what they needed to do, and without any serious influence on their neurological decisions, if that makes any sense. So I feel like there's going to be either a change in how we are being programmed. Let's just say that. Like make it what you want it to be, but at the end of the day, it's kind of like MK Ultra never ever disappeared. Like, okay, programming never ever stopped. It's how we are taught. It goes so deep into the school system and the politics of things. It's everywhere, and we're all aware of it, right? But it's kind of like we're going to see less and less of the old paradigm programming and a new shift uh, of programming. So it's going to be interesting to see, and it's going to be interesting to watch how that trickles down. Um, so keep an open mind. Don't live in fear. Don't let fear take over. It's not what we want. We want to be positive and live in the light of things and be in the truth. But sometimes the truth is better left. How do I put this? What you're going to find is like, oh, there's so much okay, sometimes when you have like so much when sometimes when you have a lot of transparency and a lot of truth bombing, put it that way, you're going to feel like, okay, but where's the lie? Because it's so squished in there, so tight and perfect in this little package that we're not going to even fucking notice. Let's just put it that way until we do. And then we're going to have another shift of what we call, like, when you wake up from a dream that's in a dream, and you in a dream and you wake up and you're like, oh my God, I just dreamt of that dream over that dream. And that's what this what's happening. The world is unraveling layers right now, and I feel like we're just in the stage one of that. So that's the housekeeping I had for meditation on what's coming up in the next 3 to 6 months. Yeah. So I laugh because it's just, I mean, what do you do? Like, what can we do as people to like prepare for this shift that's coming in, right? And it's kind of like, not to scare anybody, but just to be aware. Like, be aware of what's being, I don't know, I guess educated to you, right? Like, be aware of like what trends are and why they're there. Like, let's focus on kind of like, hmm, why is that trending? And where does that stem from? Like, why are we saying specific words that originate from another country all of a sudden? Did you understand me? Okay, let's just leave it there. Um, I'm going to dip into our angel cards and then get into the general reading. And I'm going to check in with chat real quick. Just give me 1 second here to grab something. I'll be right back. Oh, the alien topic. Don't get me started. Oh, Lord. No, it's not. Don't be fearful, point of lover. Honest to God, don't be fearful. It's honestly like what we are going to see and what we've been seeing in the skies. It's not what you think it is, guys. I'm telling you, it's not what you think it is. Let's just put it like that. Hey, Music City Mom, welcome in. My mic is muted. Sorry. um, I'm going to give you a gift, and this gift is to be taken with a grain of salt. Okay. There are things that my guides tell me are happening behind the scenes. I've been given visions of things that are going on, and I've googled them, and it seems to be kind of occurring. So I know that I'm on the right path in this sort of rabbit hole I've gone down. And I'm not going to go too deep into it, but I want you guys to look up 10 things. And it's not to make you fearful, okay? It's just to make you aware. And these are the things I want you guys to all Google when this live is done. All right. And I want you to think about it. I want you to think about it. So I wrote them down. And I debated whether or not I was going to share this with everyone, but I know everybody's super cool in here. And so this is what I want you to do. Okay. Are you ready? There are 8 things. First thing I want you to look up is the 10 heads of the state of the Arab nation. The second thing I want you to look up is the G7, or what's called BRIC, B-R-I-C, the BRIC 7. And then I want you to go to your Bible and read Revelations with respect to the beast with 7 heads. And the quote of the army in the west fighting the army of the east, okay? Then I want you to look up the asteroid 2032. Last year, the percentage was 2.3 that it was going to hit the Earth. This year, it's 96.7. I don't think it's going to be catastrophizing or anything, but we're going to see it like just, I don't think it's going to hit the Earth. That's what my guides are telling me, but we will get bits and pieces of it. And what that meteor is going to bring is a mineral that is going to change everything for us. It's some type of element that will change our future. Okay. The other thing I want you to look up is the white orbs over the 3 pyramids in Egypt. The 7th thing I want you to look up is the new temple being built in the Promised Land. It's been secretly started in 2022, and that has a lot to do with what's going on in the Gaza Strip, okay? So don't be deceived with what's happening in the news. The other thing I want you to look up is the 3 red heifers that were taken from Texas and brought into Israel. This year, they're going to be sacrificed. The 9th thing I want you to look up is the blue moon, or what's called the rusting of the moon. This will blow your mind. And the last thing I want you to look up is the blood rivers. Now, these are all things that have been prophesized, okay, like over thousands and thousands of years ago, and we are witnessing them now. And when you look up the blood rivers around the world, because what's happening is this red algae, right, is coming up and kind of changing the dynamic of the water, and that is what a lot of the political, we'll say, fights are for specific areas, okay? Specific bodies of water. So water is a huge thing going into 2026. Now, it's not to say that it can't be changed and it will be fixed, and we're not going to like all, go without water or whatever, but they're turning red like blood. And then like the last thing is the Antarctic red falls. So basically what I'm trying to say is it's not one isolated event that's happening. This is a global thing that's happening around the world. The other things you can add to that are like the trumpet sounds, the weird sounds, the weird sightings, the things that look like angels, the things that look like demons people are seeing in the skies. Like, that's all to fear us. That's all fear mongering. And I feel like there is an agenda that is happening right now where there's powers that be that want us to feel or think that we're in the end times. Now, I'm not suggesting that we are. I'm just suggesting that it's kind of like it's been prophesized, right? Like 1/3 of the trees are burnt up. That was in the Bible. 1/3 of the world is on fire right now. Like the Amazon. Look up the Amazon. Like these signs and revelations, the depth to this stuff is interesting. But I want you to take that information and pair it with what's happening in the media right now. I want you to do some digging. Get your sleuth computers out and do some digging, because I feel like right now this is the time we're in a time where everything is really coming to a head. And it's like make it or break it, right? You're like, what? Okay, has anybody seen the movie The Stand or the television series or even read the book by Stephen King, who's a psychopath, by the way? But anyways, this book is like the best thing he ever put out. And in my opinion, hi, Yippee Chick. My opinion is that we have to choose a side. Like this world is shifting. The dynamic is shifting, and it's going from dark to light. So we are leaving a dark age and entering a golden age, a new age, right? Where things are going to shift in a direction that's positive and that's good. And it doesn't mean the world's going to end. It's the end of a cycle. Okay? These things happen like every, I want to say 2,700 years, maybe even like 27,000 years. I don't know. It has to do with the number 9, right? 2 and 7. So this is a global thing that happens. It's a cycle that happens. It's prophesized because it's happened before. Do you understand me? So history repeats itself. The globe, time is a loop, right? We're in this earth is, we're living on a loop planet. This is what our planet is, a timeline loop. Okay, there are other dimensions and other timelines and other things that happen where we can be in this world and then wake up in another one, right? That's, I always say, like, welcome to my timeline, glad you're here, that kind of thing. I literally believe in timeline shifting. Okay, like that's something I totally believe in. Tinfoil hat off, like seriously, straight up. And with every choice that we make, with every decision that we figure out and decipher and discern from, we change our life with everything that we do. Every move we make, every thing we choose, every step we take, it's like we're moving in a specific direction. So I don't want, what I'm saying is, when you look this stuff up, I don't want you to be afraid. I want you to understand, because what is going to come out in the media in the next 6 months is going to be there to scare you. And I don't want you to be scared, because we need to be strong and positive and uplift each other and be supportive of one another, because our soul tribe we're being called upon to bring so much light and energy to each other, so that when this event occurs, we'll be able to discern the difference between what is the lie and what is the truth. Okay, so that's my spiel. I haven't done one in a really long time. I think it's been over a year since I spoke on these things. And so Spirit wanted me to do it. They guided me to say these things. And so therefore I have said them. I'm going to leave that with you all. Okay. And I'm going to move on, because you know what? That's what we do here. We spill the tea and then we drink some more. So just don't drink the Kool-Aid. Don't drink Kool-Aid. And you know what? Whatever you believe is what you believe. That's what our channel is, to support each other, no matter what our feelings are, what our thoughts are, what our beliefs are, what our political, standpoint is. Like, we all love each other. We all support each other. We all appreciate our uniqueness, our individualities. The fact that we can come together in a safe space and be here to uplift each other and be supportive. And that's kind of what I wanted to continue on with this channel. And so with that being said, last week we drew 10-10, 17-17, and 2-2-7. And 10-10 is about growth. 17-17 was about self-reliance, which is interesting because I went to a resiliency class yesterday, which was phenomenal. And then 2-2-7 is about allowing yourself to be open and perceptive to your blessings. And so being open and perceptive, allowing information to come in, allowing to be blessed by what it is that we're receiving from our higher self, or if it's from God, or if it's from Christ consciousness, or if it's just from our own minds understanding things and seeing things, because we've been giving sight. Those that have the eyes will see, those that have the ears will hear. Do you understand me? You turn over a rock and I will be there. And those were Jesus's words, right? And I'm not I'm not like giving a sermon on the hill. I'm just saying this is what this is our reality. This is the dimension that we live in, this material world, right? And so words have power, they have vibration, they have meaning. And so all I'm saying is that I've always tried to be very, very conscientious of what I say and how I say it. And because I feel like you all deserve that. And to give my best and my all to everyone that comes in here and supports me in what I do and has supported me on my journey and have had helped validate my gifts and allowed me to be me. And so I just appreciate every single one of you. And I love you all very, very much. And so I just feel like I needed to give you a gift that I've been sitting on for a while, because I don't want anybody to kind of be shocked or blindsided about what the world's going to bring to the table. There is a serious agenda. I'm losing my voice. I'm not supposed to talk about this anymore. Okay. So, with that being said, I'm going to leave that where it is. All right. So, where's our cards? We've got the angel cards. We've got the other angel cards. And we're going to do something else that's fun this week instead of what we normally typically do. So I'm also going to read to start off with a geometric card as well, to set the stage of what sort of dynamic we're dealing with in terms of what the universe is, the all-seeing eye, right? And what that looks like, that shift that's coming in, what pattern is going to be there for us to recognize. And I'm going to pull a gemstone too, because I think crystals have a lot of meaning. Nikola Tesla said that, crystals are living things. They're living beings. And I would tend to agree with that to some extent, because some extent it's like there's a property, there's an element of energy, there's a frequency, and you guys, I'm huge on vibration. Vibration is so key to everything in life, right? So when you see the frequencies and you hear the frequencies, you see the patterns, it's like math. Everything's math. That's why computer and AI is so supercharged right now. It's because they figured this out too. So people are like, oh, you're a crystal girl, oh Jesus, and like, but it but it's not power. It's not like a power they possess. It's like they enlighten, and they are conductors, and they allow certain things to pass through what we'll call a sort of Faraday cage that has been put on us universally. And so they allow that barrier, they break through that barrier for us, and the crystals allow certain positive energies to enter into our energy fields, right? And they allow our energies to connect to that energy that crystal brings. And like, I'm not saying it just pull some magic out of the air, but like, they have properties, right? All elements have properties. The rock has a property, this table has a property, electricity, water, all the elements in the world that we need to survive as human beings, right? And everything's interconnected, and we're all connected, and we're all a collective. And so I thought it would be nice to kind of just bring that element into the general reading, okay, going forward. So the first thing I'm going to do is the angel cards. So I'm going to shuffle those up. Hey, Dora. Yes, we need so much more positivity. And I think as a collective, like, there are millions of us that have been given gifts because of what is happening right now in the world. This energy needs to be shifted, because the negative energy is not something we want to live in, right? It's not something we want around us. We want good. Hey, Kelly P. I talked about you this morning. I spoke about you. It's so crazy. And just sort of like, concentrate on the things that are going to make sense when you see it, but don't be afraid. when you look this stuff up, don't let it make you afraid, because this, my spirit guides are telling me that you guys need to understand what's happening in the world, and so that you can see and hear when it comes to fruition, what is actually taking place, what the logic behind these political fights are, the reasoning behind who is in power, the understanding of why borders are being built and countries are going within. Okay, there's a huge shift coming, and it's a paradigm, and it happens all the time. And I think it's important that we have at least one or two countries like the US and like Canada, as a brotherhood used to be, will be again. So don't worry about that. But to really understand that, yeah, like we're the last sort of frontier in terms of freedom of speech, freedom of our rights of equality, to be a country that is not going to be, run by fascists or dictators and silence us and put us into like some type of dystopian world where we're judged on a fucking credit system, right? We don't want that. We don't want, and there's nothing wrong with it because those countries flourish. But how much freedom do those people actually have? Do you know what I mean? It's like they have exchanged their freedoms for easy, breezy days, right? Lower financial types of living, but yet, these people work till they're 90. Like, it's just not something that, the United States as a former American, stood for, and neither does Canada, the peacekeeping country that we are. So it's like, the US are the freedom fighters and Canada is the peacekeepers. And I feel like we've always had a relationship together. I think we always will, we will continue to have a relationship together. So whatever you see in the media and whatever you're seeing right now, it is just fluff talk. It's not going to last long. In terms of our relation, right, on the global scheme of things, I think that there's a precedent being put down, and I think that it's just a change. So again, all positive energy, all love, light. Yes, Kelly, but you know what? Canadians do too. I posted a bunch of shit on my TikTok account that it was like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to be patriotic for my country for a little while because I do live here and it's my country and I love Canada. Are we flawed? Yes. I mean, we're not the best country in the world. Neither is the US, but we're the two best countries in the world. Like, we put it on a global scale things in terms of, living the dream, being free to choose, being available, being allowed to just, I don't know. You know what I'm saying, right? Yeah, that's kind of what's going on. It's what I've been kind of struggling with over the last few months, whether or not I want to have the conversation. And so I've had it. So don't let the mental possession take place. This is a gift so that your mind will be free when these things start to happen, okay? That you're not going to be afraid. All right, let's go ahead and pull our angel card for the next 2 to 3 weeks. Wait, what's the date today? 22nd. So we got 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 6. So we have 6 and 6 is 12, which is 13, which is 3, and then 4, 5, 6, 7. So the number is 7. So within the next, we'll say 6 to 7 weeks. Also 6 to 7 days. Okay. Within the next week, extending into 7 weeks. Oh God. We got the same card as last week, 227. And then we've also got 1700 again. And we have 111. Now these three, I've had these cards pop up over the last couple of months a lot. So 111, which is the number 3. It says, pay attention to your mind and what you are focusing on. Think only on what positive reality you want to see as it will manifest. Oh my God, I just got shivers. Okay, I'm telling you, this is what I'm trying. There's a reason why I just speak this truth today, and this card validates that. So think only what positive reality you want to see as it will manifest. So if we as a nation, if we as a planet manifest this negative, end of whatever you want to call this, end times, revelations, living in the end days, people are, suggesting, then that's what this is going to be. If we manifest this reality into like the beginning of a new beautiful beginning, like a reset in a sense of things that are righteous and good and true, then it's going to be that, as opposed to the other thing, right? So this is just a reminder to sort of like be mindful, be self-aware, be aware of your surroundings, be aware of the people and the company that you keep. Okay, 1700, that you deserve all of the accolades being bestowed upon you. Well, thank you. uh you guys give yourselves a pat on the shoulder. Your efforts to improve your mental, spiritual, and physical well-being have been highly beneficial to your vast achievements. So guys, the work we've been doing is being recognized by the angels, is what they're saying. The last one's 227. That one was the number 8. Take action now. Your manifestation and attraction abilities are potent at this time. Again, because we're entering and shifting into a new dynamic, because the planets are in that alignment, shifting slowly out of where they were on a specific date and time when the specific things were happening in the sky. We have to remove the barrier of fear, okay, and the moments of uncertainty and indecision. Take all of that away. Allow ourselves to be open and perceptive, okay, to our well-deserved blessings. So we are worthy and worth the blessings that are coming to us. We are chosen, okay? We are the chosen ones. I want to say that and make it really known that we are all chosen to be in this energy, okay? We're all here for a reason. And so being the chosen ones, being people, this species is the chosen, I feel like it's time for a lot of people to understand that it's not just about being, it's about protection, right? Protecting ourselves, protecting everybody, because that is the number 4 altogether. And 4 is about protection. 4 is about spiritual protection, physical protection, mental protection, protecting others, protecting your loved ones, protecting your family, protecting your home, protecting your finances, protecting, So it's kind of like, don't lean into the propaganda, I guess, is the ultimate message, right? Okay, so I'm going to put those back there. And then, what's this one going to say? Hey, Dutchie! You agree, Foxy? Energy never lies. Yes, Doris. I know you feel it, girl. Like this is happening. Okay, whether we want it or not. And you know what? Maybe it's about time. Maybe the world needs a shift. And the thing is like the phoenix, we too shall rise from the ashes. It's all part of this journey, this gift we're given to witness what happens here. Do you understand? And bring it back to our higher self when we move into the next journey of life, right? Okay, what's the last angel card coming out of this deck, please, for our message? Oh, our angel whisper card came out, which comes to the deck. And I'll leave it in there just because you guys know, like, sometimes if it comes out, it means it's a message for everybody to understand and realize and recognize, and it's not supposed to be there, but I'll leave it in there anyways. Just sometimes we need a reminder. And what it says is the angel numbers are beautiful signs from the divine that we are exactly where we are meant to be. All messages are inspired by the angel whispers that we feel and felt as the cards are being created. This deck is uniquely crafted to be inspiring and uplifting. If a message does not resonate, the divine requests that you feel into what does. When seeing angel numbers, it is always key to recall what you were feeling in that moment or thinking of in that moment, because the answer you seek already lives within you. And it's just waiting for you to lean in. I just said that a minute ago. and listen with the ears that we were given to listen. So trust, and it is so. Okay? Just trust. This is a time of faith and trust. Right now, we are in the paradigm of faith. We can't lose the faith, guys. Okay? That's the biggest thing I can say right now. Give me 1 second. I need a bio break. That's what I'm calling. And I'll be right back. Oh yes, PewDiePie. Listen. I didn't bring up the Leviathans because I don't think it is what people think the Great Dragon is. We'll save that for another. We'll save that for another live. It's not. I don't think personally. I need more meditation on that one. I've come up with some different theories. One is that it's a massive volcano that will erupt in the ocean and create a different landmass, a new landmass, which potentially could then become what is Atlantis, because I think Atlantis is from the future. Oh my god, I can't believe I just said that. Which is also the past. So let that wrap around your head for a minute while I go use a washroom. Okay, so now we're gonna we're gonna pick our angel card. No, I think listen, the mass media news is definitely, it's not corrupt. I don't think they're as corrupt as they were before. So, I'm not worried about the media anymore. The media is really taking a turn. It's more about how it's presented. It's more about the big reveal. And when the big reveal happens, oh gosh, how do I put this? When the big reveal happens, it's about how we interpret it, how we digest it. That's really all I'll say about that. Yeah, listen, you're right. You're right. It's not like it's a global issue, right? And I think that you're going to see a lot of countries follow suit to what's happening in the US. I'm just going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it there. Because, guys, MK Ultra never died. It never ended. I feel like it went from, oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying this. People are going to look at this and think I'm crazy. I think it went from mass experimentation on the public to then like Manchurian candidates. We'll just say that. We'll just say that so that people who like don't know what that means, they'll just like, oh, whatever. But those that know will know, okay? Yeah, and there's a lot of positive anti everything, honestly, with everybody, every ruler, every, it's kind of like you're gonna see a lot of it. And there's a lot of, and I'm not here to like, start a political debate or anything. This is not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying that because of whatever's happening, um, it, it there is a neurological, oh, there is we have to be very strong with our mental. We have to be very strong with how we perceive things and what our mind, because our mind can play tricks on you. We can have memories of things that don't even happen because of how we've been programmed. Okay. And so I feel like there is, it's like just, it's about discernment. It's about discernment. Okay. All right. So the card I pulled is the hematite. It is your mind. It says, is your mind on overdrive? Are you feeling physically hyperactive? Have you been sleeping well? Well, no, I haven't. Thanks for asking. No, it's important to be more grounded. Imagine roots growing through the soles of your feet into the earth. Allow, you know, disquieting thoughts and excess energy to drain away. So like if you're feeling sort of like, out of sorts, this is the angel of inner peace and grounding. So we need to like ground ourselves over the next couple of weeks. Okay. There's going to be a lot of information overloading coming towards us directly at us. And some of it's going to be like shit. Some of it's going to be great. But we have to ask ourselves, what's the big picture? Why is this happening now? Why not 5 years ago? Why not 5 years from now? Why now? Why this person? Why that person? Why this moment? Why that moment? Why are these people that are involved, and why not others? Like there is a chess game being played right now politically around on the globe. Okay. And this just says, I am calm and peaceful. All is well. My life is good. And what I say every day is going to be what's going to be, whether I like it or not. I can change how I perceive it. I can change how I dictate it. I can change how my energy feels about it. I can change my energy that I give. I can change the energy that I receive. But at the end of the day, I am love, and love is all there is. Love is the most important thing. Love is the most highest thing. It is the most powerful thing. It kills fear, it kills doubt, it kills all the things that are negative and dark, right? And it's okay to have the darkness because it balances out the light. What I'm suggesting is not like to take out everything that's bad. I'm just saying that balance is being restored. Okay. And within us, there's going to be a shift as well. And when the balance is shifting into a different dynamic of balance, it's like another frequency, okay, is going to come. And what the angels are saying is like all that surrounds us and all that is that will attract to us, we have to envision it as love. Like the highest energy there is love, right? And grounding is being like allowing that energy to take form in our body. So when you ground yourself, it's connecting to the electromagnetics of the earth because we come from the earth, we go back to the earth. Do you understand? So there's a connection that our body, our frequency, our genetics, right, is in everything, right? And so when we lose sight of those things or we get so far in our removed from like nature or family or whatever, and we're off floating around in the ether somewhere, and then we come back, you know, whatever that is, like work, life, whatever. And then we come back and it's like, oh, I feel so weird. Yeah, it's because you're not grounding yourself. Like, I don't even do it as much as I should, right? So I guess that's a message from our angels to say, hey, we need to inner ground, get prepared, because this is about peace. It's a peaceful feeling we want to have, right? Not a anxious, scared, I don't know what's happening, this world is fucked feeling. Like, we want to be like, hey, there's no good things coming. Let's just wait for this all too shall pass, and what will be, it will be, regardless of what chess pieces are being moved around, right? Okay, so hematite. Well, there's a glare there. You want to take a shot of that. Hematite. So that's our gem. Protection, inner peace. Love wins. Yes. Thank you, Dutchie. And our symbols and all the frequencies create a symbol. It's geography, it's math, right? Our genetics create a frequency. The moon creates a frequency. We create a frequency. Everything's about vibration. Everything. Life is a vibration. Think about that. Living soul is vibration. The universe is vibration. The stars are vibrations. Dreams is a vibration. Everything's a vibration. Okay. Let's go ahead and cut these cards, see what comes out. I'm going to read the book. My neck. Okay, let's get the card going so we can move on and see what the personal stuff is and get out of the heavy. Sorry, guys. I'm in the deep end of the ocean today. Sometimes you get deep Foxy, sometimes you get surface Foxy. Today's deep Foxy, so God knows what's going to come out. Whew. Pentagon. How interesting. How interesting that the United States that houses all the higher central intelligence agencies. It's called the Pentagon, huh? Wonder why. Hexahedron, dancing prayer, and the hexagon. Now, I'm going to put this back. Oh, there's another one beneath it. Metron's cube, which is basically the mix of all makeup. Okay, I'm going to put these back in, and I'm going to shuffle again and see what happens. I'm very interested. Foxfire Tarot is the vibration. Yeah, I'm a vibe. Like, okay. I'm a vibe. Either like me or you hate me. Like, okay. Let's see. Metron's cube. That's what was supposed to come out, and that what was beneath the Pentagon. So it came out, and that was the card that was meant to be read. Okay. I can't make this shit up, even if I charge you guys. It's so weird. It's so bizarre. Encouragement is also the number 4. See, I like these because they're numbered. They're easy to find in the book. All the things should be like that. Okay, so this talks about community. Hallelujah. The geometry of this card is the place at which female and male energies join to create something entirely new. By beginning with the 13 female circles from the fruit of life and connecting every center with straight male lines, a shape known as Metatron's cube appears. View this image as a three-dimensional configuration. Within the shape, concentrate on the lines and see if you can find each of the 5 platonic solids or cosmic volumes, as we like to call them. You can see then how the joining of the male and the female energies creates substance and form. If you choose this card, you are asked to see how substance and form are working in your life and to view them as aspects of male and female. Basically, the yin and the yang. It is a balance that represents right now at this time and your inner life to promote harmony and creativity. This may be your own male and female aspect seen as offering creative solutions to challenges or projects. You will more easily connect with the substance of your inquiry. What form does the outcome take? Metatron's cube is a metaphor for all problem solving, not only in third-dimensional reality, but in other dimensions as well. This card may also represent the relationship you have with others and how by joining through substantive action, you form community. Community brings together disparate aspects of humanity. Disparate, D-I-S-P-A-R-A-T-E. I don't know what that means. And when held in balance, I'm going to say like a multitude of differences, maybe. And when held in balance, it creates a cohesive whole. Do you feel part of a community? Are the contributions you are making giving life and form, peace and substance, justice and freedom to the community as a whole? There is no reversal for the meaning of this card. So, okay, this is about the community that we have built here together. It's a community that you belong to on YouTube, the community that you are, in your own personal lives at home. I want to grow my community here on YouTube. I want to join other communities in my area, because social support is really needed right now. This is a time where we need to increase our vibrational circle, right? People around us that are uplifting and positive and good, and and have that as a support system, because everybody needs one. And when we lose that, what happens is we isolate ourselves from the social interactions of what other people bring to the table, their energies, their frequencies. What can we learn from that? How do we oh, thank you, Kelly. You're so sweet. And how can we adapt that to our own life, right? It's all about lessons and learning. And if you stay without those communities around you, it's what happens is you get stale. You don't grow. You stay at a specific level, right? You don't achieve another sort of frequency change or a vibration that's different from yours. You can't intermingle with it. And I think we've been so afraid for so long to let other energies impact us, because we're being told that everything is a negative vibration if it's not positive. It's not always true, because sometimes you can learn something from someone's negative vibe, right? Like you say, hey, I don't like that about you. And what is that? How do I? And then you look at yourself, you're like, oh, maybe I have some of that, and it mirrors. And then you're like, okay, I'm going to work on that about myself, right? But you can't ever grow if you don't recognize or see that in other people. And then maybe you're like, yeah, maybe I don't want that kind of person in my life. So then the next time you meet somebody, you'll have the flag that says, not for you, right? And so we have to get more engaged. We have to get more social. We have to get more out into the world and connect with other people, connect with others here in the YouTube community, out in the real world, within our own small family communities, within our own circles at work, whatever it is for you that makes you feel like you are okay to do that thing, then do that thing for you, okay? So that's all I'm saying. Ooh, it's cold now. My teeth got cold. Just one sec. Boiling all hell. I gotta put that, turn that down. yeah, so anyway, the crystals are supposed to like change the frequency of the shape that water takes, right? And so, all right, so let's get into it, guys. Let's get right into it. Got our gold foil tarot. I don't necessarily think we need to do a really long collective general because, you know, I did speak a lot, so I feel like that was our collective. But we'll just pull a couple of cards, okay, for the general reading because I think we spoke a lot about really what's going on. I think that resonated with quite a few people. We have 11 watching, so if you haven't hit the like button, don't forget. It does help with my algorithm a little bit on my step of the tippy top of my tiny little staircase on the YouTube world. Lets them know that, you know, you guys like my content, and so they'll encourage me to keep going. So okay, here we go. What's in store for the next 7 days for the collective? What's in store for the next 7 days for the collective? Calling on our spirit guides, our ancestors, our angels, our loved ones, our higher selves, the Akashic records, and Christ consciousness. Always on Christ consciousness. This is not interesting. We have the Three of Swords. We have the Page of Swords in reverse, and we have the Two of Swords in reverse. So a lot of us have made choices right now about what is healing for us, walking away from toxic situations, toxic relationships, hurt. We're walking away from feeling hurt. We're no longer victims. We're no longer even survivors. We're more like transitioning into warrior mode, like riding that chariot into the future, getting onto that movement of change. We're not looking for conversations to validate ourselves. We are sort of at the point where it's like, okay, if an offer comes in, then that's okay, but we're cool. Like, we don't really need that to get where we need to go right now. What's coming in for the current energy? I also see here for someone that there was a third-party situation that they have opted out of. We have the Ace of Pentacles coming in. So we have material wealth, security, home, life, family. Okay, all the physical things are in abundance. Might be a little overwhelming for some. Supercharged energy here with the Knight of Swords. The Knight charges towards something. So I think some of us are really moving toward the things that, like, you know, we got to get our money. We got to save. We got to do the things. We have to get secure and, you know, build our community, build up our home, so we can have security, and it's coming in fast. Oh yeah, Eight of Wands. Yeah, supercharged energy, charging full steam ahead. Really looking towards the money right now. That's coming in heavy and hot for a lot of us. Then we have the Ten of Cups, which is our marriage card, our happy family card coming in here in the universal energy placement. So that's what's coming towards us. Again, you know, putting through the love, being in a higher vibration attracts higher vibration, right? So, oh my gosh, and we have the Sun card. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we also have the Sun card right beside the Ten of Cups, which is basically our new beginnings card. So a lot of new beginnings coming in from a lot of us. A lot of new changes, a lot of new wonderful adaptations to our world, a lot of you know, endings, beginnings, but a lot of times we don't even recognize them happening, and they just are occurring, right? Like energetically. It could be, you know, things that just happen you don't expect, but they're really good things. They're not a bad thing. So that's wonderful. Not one major one. Okay, it's only one major arcana on the deck. But anyways, then we have the Queen of Wands in the reverse here. So what that's telling me is we can't lose sight of the self-nurturing and the nurturing of others. Because when I read this in another sense, it could suggest that on one timeline, somebody had a third-party situation, made a decision to move away from that, ended up being in a supercharged energy, which you ran towards, but then slowly pulled back from that and stopped nurturing that and stopped fostering whatever that relationship was because you want the happy life and you want the sun card, okay? You've decided that that's not for you. Another storyline here is that you've made the choice to go forward with something towards the happy life. So whether that's a commitment to somebody, whether that's a commitment to what you want in life, we also have the decision to move forward fast with an energy that is not necessarily fostering or nurturing somebody else at this time, right? This is about fostering and nurturing ourselves at this time. So it's not about selfishness. It's about being in the element of like indifferent, right? Like not feeling disappointed or off put by the energy we give to others and not receiving it back. It's like, well, fuck all that. I'm going to give it to myself. Okay. And what's in the bottom of the deck? Oh, the High Priestess in reverse. So now is not a time to follow our intuition. Now is the time to follow logic and reason, right? Let's be practical. It's what the higher self is telling us. We're not going to be left out in the cold. That feeling is disappeared. We have Knight of Pentacles in reverse. We're not standing still waiting for nothing to come to us. We're not sitting there with the energy of like, I'm going to, we are definitely going to make a choice that's not negotiable. We've definitely made that choice that's not negotiable. And as a matter of fact, I think a lot of us have cut out some people in our life that are toxic. Somebody here also has made the choice to move away from somebody that is not good for them. And it's something. I think somebody at my door. Just 1 second, guys. No, it wasn't Amazon. It was a local counselor thing for the writing of the political party that's the big election coming up in Canada. So, oh, my video. Yeah, and I was just like, oh, okay, right now, guys, doing a lot. I gotta run. So yeah, so I feel like there's a big tower moment coming in for somebody too, that is just really not avoidable, but it brings patience. It teaches us temperance, and you know, again with the Eight of Swords, it could be some mental prison we've got ourselves in that we're going to release ourselves from with the Emperor energy here at the Aries. So, being released from that sort of domineering energy into the Hangman position, which then we free ourselves with the Death in reverse for a rebirth, okay? World in reverse. So there's a lot of stuff going on. Empress energy, Page of Cups in reverse, Nine of Swords in reverse. A lot of healing here, okay? A lot of obstacles, a lot of choices to make. I feel like we're past the compromise. We're past the conflict. It's like now it's like, okay, so what makes sense for me right now? What makes sense for my life? What makes sense for the changes that are occurring, as difficult as they are? Like, I can relate to that because my life is significantly changed and for the better, but it's like so difficult because I'm an old dog. You're trying to teach an old dog new tricks, like woof. Like I can't, I can't with the new tricks. Like I just like my, I don't want to be doing all the things, but that's what you have to do to move forward and change and strive towards being better. It's like I know I'm enough, but I can be better. Do you know what I mean? That's the energy. Like moving forward, I want everybody to kind of just concentrate on is like, this new sun, this happy home life, right? This nurturing of the self. Like we don't want to disappoint ourselves anymore. It's like we're done. Like I'm waiting. Kelly's waiting, right? Like what day, what time? Exactly, Kelly, right? Everybody understands what I'm saying. It's like I absolutely that cracked me up. Like cutie pie. And so it's like, yes, cutie pie, new level of consciousness. Thank you. Thank you. That's exactly what's going on. So for those of you that, if this general resonated with, that's cool. I resonate with me for sure. I'm going to go back and watch it later because, I talk and I don't really hear myself what the hell I'm saying most of the time. So, I sometimes go back and I'll listen to a few little things. I don't like to watch the whole thing because I cringe at when I see myself. I see myself. I cringe because I feel really cringy doing this. But yeah, I'm not one to like. I'm not like a vain person where I go back and I just can't. It's like just do it and move on. But sometimes if I want to like hear something I've said for my own friggin' advice, I'm like, okay, well, what do I tell everybody? Like, how did I manage that? What did I say? What made sense? And like, I go back and oh my God, I actually said that thing. Like, cool. I'm going to apply that to my life because I have to do what I say and be what I am and, and stand in the things that I say. And I just can't give advice and not take it myself. Right. Which I used to be famously guilty for, is not taking my own advice. So I think that's a message. The reason why I'm saying this is a message to somebody here. The advice you give others, you need to apply to yourself. Yeah. All right, so moving on. So we got Quartzy, we got Mandy, we got Sifa. Anyone else in the chat besides Cutie Pie? Because I know she's there. We want to do her. She's also a Patreon member. Who else is Patreon in here that wants to be placed on the top of the list for a reading? The general resonated. Yeah. You know what? Great Quartz. Like, there's. Oh, I can feel the shift. I know you guys can feel it too because it affects. The last 2 weeks have been crazy. So the first week was like an ebb and a flow of mental focus, right? And really shit sleep. And then the last week was great sleep, solid focus, and then a dip of energy like mid-Friday, mid-Thursday. I was just like starting to fade around 3:30 and I was like, oh, feel something shifting. Like I feel, and it also because the snow and it's the time of the year and everybody feels some type of way, right? But it's like everybody's waiting for spring. It's like just waiting, it's that type of, so it's a bit frustrating, the energy, but at the same time, it's kind of like this other thing underlining energy that I'm picking up on that I think you guys are picking up on too. I can't feel it, but I thought I can't feel it, but I thought, what? I don't know what you're saying, girl. So, and Kelly P, yep. So, okay. So, anybody who wants to have a reading, I can't guarantee I'm going to get to everybody, But put a 1 in the chat. Right now I have Mandy, Quartz, Sifa, Cutie Pie, and Kelly P. So other than those people I've just said, put a 1 in the chat if you want a reading. And I will do 3 card readings for everybody. And that way I can get everybody on the list. And Cutie Pie, I haven't forgotten about you. So we've lost a member. We're at 10 now. That's not good. Okay, so then I guess what I'll do is I'm going to start with our lovely Cutie Pie, since she is a Patreon member. And when you are a Patreon member, you skip the list you skip the line every time. So you always get bumped up to the top. A paying Patreon member, I should say. So what I'm going to do is, okay, so Quartzy, he says you've been getting these weird ass visions. Whose energy is this now? I know. And you know what? My dreams have been very prophetic, but I haven't been able to remember them. I just get a sense and a feeling of things, and then I write shit down. Like, I've never been more creative with my songwriting. I haven't picked up a pen in years to write lyrics. Like, the last 3 days, I think I sat down and I wrote one whole song in like 5 minutes, which I used to do this. I found a bucket, you guys, like that. I'm not even kidding you. It's got thousands of lyrics and poetry items inside that I was like, I forgot I even had. And I was so inspired to, like, because I'm a collector of hobbies. I collect things to do. But this thing, it's like the creativity just left. It just left my life. And it was just like, okay. And then I got such an inspiration from something. I don't know where it came from. Underlining energy to be creative. And it almost came from like a sadness, or it's not like depression, but like a dark wave that was like, okay, pushed me to talk about how I felt about something. And I was like, I haven't done that in a really long time. And a lot of artists will tell you that their inspiration comes from their darkest moments of their life, or some sort of energy or anxiety they felt, or from a dream, or from a sense of something they couldn't really put their finger on until they started playing the music or wrote the lyric, and then it just happened, right? And that's kind of what's been going on with me. So I don't know if you all feel it as well. You get this burst of creativity coming in, but that's what's happening, right? So for me anyway, I don't know if you guys can relate, but that's what's been going on for me. Also with the downloads at the beginning about what's happening in the universe. Also some epiphanies about how, the old paradigm programming versus the new paradigm programming is happening. It's just this weird kind of understanding that's going on. So anyway, but yeah, I totally get it. But anyway, so we have okay, so we have Mandy, Quartzy, Sipa, Cutie Pie, Kelly P, and I feel like Andrea. We haven't done you in a while. And obviously we're gonna add oh, Doris, honey, we didn't do you last week, so we're gonna skip you. We're gonna put you right up there, okay? We're gonna put you up there. And also I'm bound, like I'm drawn to my commitment is to be, when the energy brings me to you, then I'm supposed to read for you. So that's kind of what's happening right now. Okay, let me just grab my focus and do some energy here on what's going on with the list. And if you want a reading, just put it in the chat. Let's see. Oh yeah, menopause, hot flashes. That's nothing new. I have that too. So somebody said something here I wanted to see. There's one thing I missed. Oh. Anyway. Okay, just give me 1 second, you guys. All right, I'm going to read for Cutie Pie because she is Patreon member, but then I'm being really drawn to Sifa, so he's second. Quartzy's third. Doris is fourth. Mandy is fifth. And Kelly P is sixth. Andrea is seventh. She's the last number 7. Now, Doris, if you can't wait around for 4, I'm sure the energy will shift after my reading with Cutie Pie because I was really drawn to you. And I don't know why I put you fourth, but I feel like there's a reason for that. However, if you can't stick around like last time, I will read for you right after Cutie Pie because I did promise you last time, and I will keep that promise. Because sometimes the energy does shift after I do the first reading, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, but for right now, that's kind of where the line is. Again, that could change in a few moments, so stick around. Don't take off or whatever unless you have to. Then I'll be here when you come back, likely. That's for everybody. Kelly P, you're not last. You always are last, aren't you? And again, like, energy could be pulled to you as well next. Like, who knows? Like, I don't even know what's going on really today. I'm just like spouting out my prophetic wisdom. Lordy days, I don't know. I've just been going through a massive shift. Like, I've got so many downloads and uploads and all the things spiritually that I just am so full of information. It's like it makes me quiet. Does that make sense? All right, Katie, let's see what's going on, girl. Kelly P, everybody has my gift. Everybody has this gift. You just have to tune into it. Listen to your gut. Listen to your intuition. Just to sort of nail the difference between what's up here and what's in here. That's all it is. Everybody has this. Nobody is any different from anybody else. It's whether or not you are open and whether you've done the work to, whether you wanted to do the work to get here. It's really up to you. Everybody can do what I do. This is not a one-off thing. Like, I'm not, a prophet by any means, but, I like to think that I do God's work. I think that, I like to think that I'm one of the people that are here for a reason and to share with all of you who need, uplifting and spiritual guidance sometimes. Like, and it also fulfills my soul. So, all right. Cutie Pie. My Cutie Pie. I'm really fighting it because I'm really fighting it. Oh. Okay, Doris, I am going to shift my focus to you. I'm really sorry, Cutie Pie. I can't I'm getting a download. Hang on a second. Do you mind, Cutie Pie, if I do? Okay, thank you. Please, thank you. You and I are on the same wavelength. I figured you wouldn't mind. Okay. Doris, there's big changes coming in for you. I got a couple of some automatic here of the song Wagon Wheel. I don't know if that means anything or has any meaning to you. I also was told something about a soft breeze and tall grass. I also had a vision of a horse, And also the message of steady and true. There's something that you are being guided towards that you're having resistance to, but you're also standing your ground on this. I don't quite know what that is yet, but we'll see what comes out in the cards, okay? Do you have a specific question that you'd like to have answered, or just a general? Thank you, my girl. Um, whew. Okay, Doris, let's just see what comes out. And if you've left and whatever, you can always come back on it. There's a great sadness as well that you're really sort of trying to navigate through. Yeah. You don't have a lot of strength right now. Not many choices. Definitely walking away from some sort of sorrow, but I do see you celebrating a victory here creatively. I feel like a strong mother vibration coming in here. I don't know why I'm hearing the word mom. Tell her it's mom. It's mom or momra. Momra. Rad. The word rod, the word mom, the word rad. I don't know what that means to you, but Rod? Something. I don't know. Weird. Maybe that's not for you. I don't understand what that is, but okay, anyway, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Or sorry, the King of Pentacles in the reverse for past energy. So I feel like there's something coming in here for you, Doris, that you've been sort of knocked off your kilter about, something that took you out of your element of your steadiness, of being firm like that horse, strong on your feet, in your chair, waiting. You just sort of completed a cycle and you were in a good place, and something has changed that for you. I feel like there is a shift in how you are reflecting your life work, your journey, whether that is your work life or your family. Some sort of codependence here, okay, in the past energy, a codependence. And maybe that's the sadness and the sort of the heaviness I felt. And that also comes from childhood trauma. We tend to lean on validation from others, and sometimes we just allow ourselves to be super vulnerable, and then we give our power to someone else and we become codependent on that love and that energy to feel valid because of the way we were brought up. A lot of 80s kids just feel that, right? It's just how we are. We have the Empress in the reverse. So there's sort of this past energy and current energy of trying to rebirth something that's not working. It's not happening. You're forcing something that isn't that's not supposed to be forced, because you have a high intellect with the Ace of Swords. So there's something coming in towards you. You're going to get a very supercharged energy of like a download or an upload or some sort of intellectual step that you're going to take that's going to open your mind to the possibilities of something new, something that will shift your paradigm into forcing something, and just letting it be what it is, right? Just allowing yourself to walk through that new gate, to walk through that new doorway. It's like if your mother had passed over, or she's on the other side, or someone that was like a mother to you. No, it seems like a strong connection, like a real mom vibe. Like she could have been your mother, or somebody that mothered you or wants to be your mother, or somebody who represents that mother like energy is almost like waving on the other side, saying like, hi, like I'm right here. I'm right here. And I want to even suggest that while you're sleeping, you're going to get a dream, or you're going to have a dream that will bring you some sort of closure, something significant to that energy. And also, they're waving at you saying, "Hi, mom." Oh, this is not your mother or a mom vibe. You're the mom vibe. Oh, I just got chills. Oh my God, I just got goosebumps. Okay. So this is a childlike energy over there waving at you. And I don't know if this is the child that you haven't had yet or the child that you have had in a past life. It's like a young teenager. Young teenager. I don't know if it's female or male. I keep getting flashes of a boy and then a girl and a boy and then a girl, and I don't know what that is. But it's almost like, hey, like, it's gonna be okay. I'm okay. You're okay. Everyone's okay. Stop forcing something that's not meant to be. Okay. I need to keep going with this. I'm getting a lot of goosebumps here. So the clarification for that is the Queen of Wands. Yes. Nurturing parental figure. This is the mom energy I was talking about. This is the nurturing, the fostering of committing yourself to that beautiful light energy, that supportive nature, that the person that guides and protects and gives you the creativity and the positivity and the strength to do the things that you do. This is a lot of water vibration as well. I feel like you have a very close tie to water. I feel like water is a big part of your life, like it is mine. The ocean's very significant to you as well. Yeah, the Empress in reverse. So often when I see the Empress card and somebody's asking about like fertility and it's in the upright, I'm like, yeah, you know what? But in the reverse, it's like, no. So there's something that it's like you tried to force that just it's not the timing's not now. I don't know if you were trying to have a child or if you lost a child or if somebody close to you had lost a child. I'm not sure, but I don't know what this energy is. It might not even be connected to your current timeline. It could be just something that's coming through for you, that you were connected to somebody else that needs to hear this message, or that you're supposed to pass this along to somebody next to you. Yeah, look, Ace of Wands, constant creativity. There's a fire inside of you, Doris, that I feel like you need to unleash. This is coming in super fast too. I don't know why I'm saying that, because the Eight of Wands isn't down, but an abundance of creativity. Okay, right underneath the Empress in reverse. What's going on here with the Empress in the reverse and the creativity, please? The fire energy, passion. Nine of Pentacles. Oh, yeah. See, you're trying to create a happy home environment, a very, very serene, soulless place. Six of Cups is about loyalty and family. I also hear something about wanting to adopt or foster. I keep hearing the word foster. Maybe you're taking care or want, or maybe you take care of children. I don't know, Doris, but there's a strong child here, like a vibration of children, child energy, young teenagers, like to deal with kids. Like you might even work with kids. I don't know what this is. This is strange. I've never got a lot of this in my reading before for anybody with to do with so much children vibration. You have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. The key is not being left out in the cold. You're trying to not leave somebody behind here. Don't want to leave somebody behind. Page of Swords, walking on a tightrope with all the information. Seven of Pentacles, not being able to lay down a foundation of roots for family here, which is interesting because the Six of Cups is right there coming in. So why then this? Are you trying to bridge the gap? What are you trying to... Okay, I'm getting a vibration of like forcing something that's not meant to be right now. It's like you're trying to fill the void with something that's just not working. What's on the bottom of the deck? Seven of Clubs. This is the overall energy. It's like you have so many choices, but you just don't know which one is the right one for you because there's an overwhelming feeling with the Four of Cups here. Definitely still dealing with sorrow. You've lost somebody. The wheel's not turning just yet because the Temperance card, that's Sagittarian energy. That's about patience. Okay? And then also getting through a barrier. You're just not quite ready. You're lighting the way through the daytime like the Hermit card, but you're not introspective. You're extra. You're outer spectrum right now. You're like in the external world is affecting you. You're trying to recognize the external world around you. There has been a pause on the rebirth of your creativity, and I feel like it's left you in the cold as well. There's something here about you stopping something you started. And then there's also a past energy of coming out of a place of security into a place of freedom and nurturing into that family dynamic. And then also with the current energy of trying to birth something creatively, but not feeling like you have the key, but you just can't unlock the door and you're so frustrated and sad about it. And then you have this like intense energy coming in where you just like this get this huge download of information, high intellect. Ace of Swords is Gemini all the way. This is like the whole, air vibration of communication coming in. That's not going to quite be what you want it to be, but it's going to bring a lot of information, a lot of um, inspiration. Okay. But now is not the time to lay down roots. Even though the past energy says that you're trying very difficult, you're trying to do it and it's been difficult. You also have the Five of Wands in reverse. This is not about compromise or conflict. This is just about you recognizing change here. And a Six of Swords. You're not really waiting or wanting to move forward with something. You're still hanging on to something in the past. I get strong Gemini energy. The Lovers card showed up to be with a partnership. I don't know if you lost somebody. I want it to be a child. I don't know if it was a teenage child or if there's somebody on the other side that's very close to you that way, or if there's somebody in this world. The Nine of Cups, twice I've seen this card. So this is about freedom. This is about choices. This is about an offer that's coming in, a romantic offer, a choice of a relationship. I don't know why I'm saying this. I don't have any confirmation of it. But you've left that narcissist in the past, that energy of like domineering, I'm telling you what to do. Okay. Also that energy of overwhelming emotion that's left you. And I also see you going to a celebration here with the Three of Cups. I see you going into like a nostalgic vibe, like something that just makes sense to you. And you're true to your word because I'm hearing steady and true. The horse represents the spirit of freedom and the spirit of strength and the spirit of intuition and the spirit of knowing when the storm's coming. And I feel like you have those gifts to see what's coming in, to understand, like you can sniff it out. It's like, when a horse gets kind of spooked, you're like that. You can see the spook. You know when it's coming. It's like me, like when it's going to rain, my bones, arthritis stuff kind of acts up like, oh, okay, we're getting rain or whatever. You're on a higher level. You have a higher level of that. And I want to say also the wagon wheel, that song Wagon Wheel. I'm just trying to remember the lyrics. This is about change. This is about you trying to like move forward with something. I'm hearing the word mama from the wagon wheel. Mama. Remember that lyric in there? What is it? I can't think of it right now. But anyway, there's definitely a serious vibe of family here with you. Big change. I'm hearing big change. Doris had a big change, like a massive change. You've been wishing on something, wishing on a star of fulfillment. I don't know if you've been praying for a child or just praying to a child or praying in general because this energy is around you or you feel it. or you're just wishing for something to come through. Like it's like you're still connected to this spirit, this connection you don't want to let go of. It's a strong cord. There's the 8 of Wands. I'm telling you, and you have a new cycle coming in. That's what's going on here. That's the big change. You are trying to prevent the walking through the door because there's somebody you don't want to let go of here. You're very nostalgic of. There's a sense of like a female energy, a feminine, circle, a sisterhood. I want to even say like maybe it's your sister. No, I'm getting auntie vibration. I don't know if this is like your aunt, or you're an aunt, or that you have a sister who has a child. This is getting so confusing. I don't know what I'm saying at this point, but there is definitely a tower moment coming in if you don't deal with this shit. Because if you deal with it, you are going to have that celebration, that 4 Wands energy. Okay, you're going to have all the vibration that you're looking for in that Ace of Cups, that emotional abundance that overfloweth, the cup overfloweth with love. You'll have so much love in your heart, you just don't know what to do with it. There's just so much bursting that you need to give to somebody here. It's like you have so much love to give, but I get that. I don't know what's happening, but my goosebumps are telling me that you want a child so desperately and you haven't been able to have one. I don't know what the hell this is. Maybe you've got 10 kids and I'm way off. Maybe this is for somebody else. They need to move on. Whoever this is trying to move on. Moving on, moving forward, transitioning. It's about a transition. It's transitioning. Free the horse within. So the spirit guide is telling me that when a horse gets broken, they lose their sense of ability to feel strong or be in their strength of knowing who and what they are. And then they are codependent on that person that broke them because their spirit's been sort of changed. And now they serve the person, and now they're not afraid of the person. And then there's a relationship with that person that's positive. It's not necessarily negative, but positive. Thank you, Cully P. And then, then the seat gets placed on the horse, and then the horse is rideable, and it's not wild. It's not going to buck the person off anymore. There's a codependence relationship between a horse and a rider, because the rider needs to feel safe on the horse, and the horse needs to feel safe to be able to let that person ride them. So sometimes codependency exists it exists in all relationships, because it's a codependent thing. It's a mutual cooperation, right? Cooperative, right? 2 people dependent on each other. But if one person isn't giving giving that back, then that person that's codependent is on their own. They're not receiving. So then they're in a controlling situation. In other words, they're being dominated by somebody else's energy, right? And I feel like you left that behind you. There's also, I don't know what's going on with the tall grass here and the soft breeze. I don't know what the fuck that is. Spare the rod, spoil the child. God, fuck, I don't know what this is. This is so Doris, this is so confusing. There's so much shit coming through. I don't even know what to focus on. Hang on. I don't know why I get the sense that you're crying. Maybe I'm way off kilter here. Maybe I'm way off course. Definite air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Hey, Quartzy. Whew. Maybe she left. I don't know. Doris, if you're still here, just let me know if you're in the chat, okay? Just let us know, like, so that maybe because I bet maybe I'm picking up on someone else's energy and it's not you. If you're not here, I don't know. That's all right, Mama. That's all right with me. That's all right, Mama. That's all right. That's all right. You know that song by Elvis? Doors. Doors, Bertie. Okay, I'm just going to pull a few cards for clarification. I need to validate this reading because I don't know where this is all coming from. It's so intertangled. So much. Hang on. I'm getting the feeling that there is an active case here involved in as well in the true crime community. This has you nostalgic. Yeah, the Emperor card came up again, and the Nine of Pentacles again. Yeah, there was definitely a domineering male in your past. Okay, taught you focus and discipline, but there was a codependency there. That strong Mars Aries energy. All right, that's the number 4. Okay. And I wrote down 4 by your name. Then we had the Nine of Pentacles, which is about independence, being independent, having material security, serene, having a serene home, feeling, all the things, rewarded efforts, just being like self-sufficient, right? So you came out of that energy. The number 9, which is 13, which is the number 4. Okay. And then what's the last card? I'm being told it's saying what goes around comes around. Whatever that means, take it for what it's worth. Butterflies. Jesus, I'm getting like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. I can't even make sense of it. Knight of Swords, big changes. I told you. Oh, sorry. So, big changes, seize the moment. This is about some sort of, you have some fucking ambition going on here. This is a huge look, and it's the knight. He's riding the horse. This is about charging towards something that you have your heart invested in, and you're ready to seize that moment. You have the abandonment here with the 8 of Cups, which you had also in your reading. This is about you walking away from something. You walked away, you let go. It was a relationship breakup that you had. You're definitely moving forward. And I don't know if this is something that you're still working on, or if you just tried to escape the situation, okay? I want to say the solar plexus. So you followed your gut. Okay, you followed your gut on this, and you have the Justice card, which is the number 11 in the reverse, which is Libra energy. And you felt that there was a strong responsibility for you to show the injustice of this. I want to even say that you are involved in a true crime case right now. And you feel like it's your responsibility to help solve this case. Also, there's some legal complications in your life right now that you feel like you're stuck in the past about. And I don't know, again, with this independence or this, again, self-sufficiency. Like, it's like you're trying to be super independent on your own financially, very aware of this. There's the Hangman again. So what are you resistant to? There's some resistance here, I'm telling you. Okay, there's a strong spiritual influence in your life, Doors, that you are resisting. I don't know what this is. I don't know what. If you're not listening, if somebody's trying to speak to you in your dreams, if you're seeing a reflection of yourself in somebody, I don't know, but somebody's trying to communicate with you big time. Big time. And I believe that you have seen the scenes and seen the signs and felt that energy. It's a very intense love I'm feeling. It's intense. It's intense. You were warned. You had an angel, a guardian angel that warned you, and you got the fuck up out of there. And now, because of whatever trauma, you are deep in the true crime world, and in a sense of yourself being invested, not necessarily publicly, but internally. Because I see you definitely working in a new direction here. I see you, there's a big life change coming ahead. And again, there's a sense of freedom, of allowing your spirit to run free, being strong and true to yourself, true to your word, okay, making things happen. You have a clear, concise mind right now, and I feel like you're ready for the next adventure. This is about growth. You're really growing from something here you took action from and about. And you were given an invitation to something as well. That is a strong, safe connection. Because you're a really hard worker. I feel like there's something about you that's taking place right now. It's a huge shift. And I feel like you have really come out of your shell in the last 24 days. Something's happened within the last 24 days for you. Let's go to the true emotional cards. This is the longest. I'm sorry, guys. I just have to, I don't know. I need to pull up the cards from this deck for her, and then we'll move on because there's so much happening. I can't even make sense of most of it, to be honest. It's like I feel like I'm just left. Like a part of me is left. Like me, it's like I'm separated from something. I'm getting the energy of being separated. You were separated from somebody. Somebody was separated from you. Okay. Again, this is about you finding self-love. You got some type of bad news. This guy was my way or the highway, very stubborn, ego-based energy, okay? Pride and ego, again, with that Aries energy. I can't make this shit up. This is for real. I'm on the right track here. And this dude, this is about mirroring. I said it in general, and I'll say it again. You are finding things about yourself that you didn't know existed because you met this person, and it showed you who you are. And you don't like certain parts of you, and so you're changing that vibration, and you're making it better for yourself because you are a beautiful white light. And somebody tried to dampen that and take that light and smash it down, and you're so resilient that you wouldn't allow it to happen. It's made them angry and frustrated and may have tried to take it out on you. Let's close it off with an angel card here, because this is a really intense reading. And I'm also going to pull a dream card as well, because I feel like your dreams are very important right now. Family, explore your sacred root system. That's intense. Music, sing the song of your soul and dance to your unique rhythm. Church, temple, mosque, recognize your spiritual authority. Cat, take care of yourself. Trust that if you do, you'll always land on your feet. Again, self-love, family, church, community, music, vibration. It's all there, right? Theme. All right, and then one angel card as promised. You know what? Oh my gosh, I'm going all in. I haven't done this in a long time. Past life card is being pulled to be called upon at this moment. I don't know if Doris is gone. She's going to come back and get a whole lot. I don't know. What the heck? If you are watching this on the replay, Doris, please let me know in the chat what I'm saying, because I don't even know. I feel like we've had many lifetimes. This is not your first time here on this planet. People are fascinated with this timeline because it's a loop and they get to see history and the future constantly. Over and over and over, and that's why they come to see. That's what their interest is in this planet. This is about forgiveness. This is about forgiveness, okay? This is about forgiving something, someone, yourself, someone else. You have a past life in which again with the peace, trying to find peace, the dove, tranquility, serenity. Yeah, you're a peacekeeper. Look at that, the galactic star system. This looks like the crux, okay? This, you know, the star crux in the galaxy. That's Christ consciousness. You are part of our soul tribe, girl. You were biblical. Biblical. And again, remember I couldn't decipher male or female on the other side. This is the duality in the general reading and that geometry. This is the male and the female, and this is the yin and the yang. Yeah, girl, you were in the arts. And you had a past life in Egypt as well. And you're very connected to trees. And again, there's Atlantis. I brought it up earlier. And what else did I say earlier about the credit system? Asia. Lessons and blessings. I'm telling you, I couldn't even try. I would never get it right if I was trying to do all this. If this was something like, this is beyond a reading. This is something, this is a message you needed to hear today. All right. I'm going to pull from the romance cards just to, you know, shift it up a little bit. Give it some light. Give it some light energy. Get away from the heavy a little. See what's coming towards you. What's the angel's got to say? Oh, a love message. What's our angel love message? Abundance and money. I hear that too. Okay, we got the calling your soulmate. That's your wish fulfillment. You are trying to call your soulmate in. It says that was the star card. Your prayers and affirmations and visualizations help bring you together. So you've been manifesting. You've been calling in your soulmate. I feel like the wish upon the star moment is you trying to connect to somebody. And that person's coming in. Yeah, I'm still on Doris. It's been 1 hour. 222. That's where I'm going to end it. Okay. Whew, that was something. That was something. Sorry, guys. I did not mean to take up all the time. I really did not expect that to happen. Quick intermission. I have to go for a bio break. I'll be right back. Okay, let me play some music for you. Okay. And we're back. Here I am. Sorry, I just had to top up my tea and get some incense going here just to kind of change up the vibe. All right. Okay. So we've done Doris, my girl. I don't know what happened to her, but boy, is she in for something. I'm not sure. Cutie Pie, my girl. Quartzy. All right, and Sifa. Whew, Kelly P, Andrea, Mandy. Okay, has anybody just joined us? Thanks, Sifa. Has anybody just joined us recently? Oh, there's only 3 left in here. What's going on? Everybody left me because I was getting all deep. That's all right. Cutie Pie, my girl, I'm going to do a 3-card pull for you. Okay, then we're going to clarify it. See my recyclable bins there? Look. Great. That's great. There we go. Now we can see Chris's box. But I tell you, I'm putting on the pounds. I am eating everything. I need to go back into my keto soon. My doctor doesn't let me. I'm just going to go ahead. Okay, here we go. Boop, 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 boop. I was going to be here till 2 o'clock, but what else? That's what it is. Okay, Cutie Pie, what's coming up for you, girl? Hey, Mandy. I know you never leave me, Cutie. I love you so much. Okay, so there's only 2 here now. That's great. So we've got Mandy and Cutie Pie and Sifa. Okay, so we've got all right. There's something going on with you that you're indecision about. You have there's some indecisiveness going on here. Regarding travel, or I don't know, you're just stagnant, like you're just feeling kind of like stuck, you know, not really, kind of just like bored. There's a sense of like there's a sense of, you know, kind of like not quite knowing like where to go from here, or maybe like what are your next, you know, choices. Where's like what direction? Is my mail off strike? Oh yes, girl, it's been off strike forever. I forgot to tell everybody. I forgot to tell everybody. Yeah, no, we're done with the strike. What else? Eight of Cups is about necessarily healing, moving away from something. But I feel there's something still that you're concentrating on, honey, that you just sort of want to, you know, make a life change about. You're not quite sure on how to go about it. Let's see what the next card comes up with for the current energy. That was past energy. Yeah, we've got number 8. You're kind of feeling a little powerless right now, feeling unproductive, which, you know, we all are. It's fine. 8 of Swords. So something's got you stuck in your head about something. You have the Lovers in reverse here. So I don't know if there was a conflict that you've gone through, or someone, you know, made you feel like there was a danger of, you know, breaking trust or some sort of, I'm not sure, but it was something to do with like, you know, the commitment that the lovers bring. It's like the unity of the Gemini energy. Like there's a partnership that maybe was a bad choice you're reflecting upon, or I'm not sure, but really that card in reverse is about self-love. So I feel like you're in the self-love vibration right now, which is wonderful. And I think that at this point you should concentrate on not the danger of a broken marriage or the possibility of things that are bad for you, but like knowing that things have come to pass and that there's a new future, there's a new path coming towards you, right? Let's see what the bottom of the deck says. Yeah, it's 9 of Cups. So this is about wishes coming true. This is about blessings coming in. I love this energy for you. I feel like you went from, a place in your life where you're just kind of like, I don't know what to do with my life. And then you got stuck in your head about some stuff, really work like the past energy of like the, being hurt by people and being physically incapable of fixing things or moving forward with something because of all our restrictions that we have. And then of course the conflict that we all get involved with inside, right? Like just, the bad choices we make and looking for the good choices and just kind of like feeling kind of discombobulated. Like we just need balance and sort of something to come in and like, give us all the answers, right? And sometimes they're just right in front of us. I see some material success coming in for you as well. So if you were thinking about maybe taking a chance on a new, venture, with work or something. I see you're working obviously from home with something here, writing, sharing some sort of, I'm not sure, but like some sort of like commitment to sharing your mind with others and your feelings about things, right? I think it's going to be a really good achievement for you. So that's the overall of this risk rating. Yeah, because there's some impatience there, and I know there's a delay. There's definitely recovery, from a financial situation there, and obviously, that's always about change and positive change and wanting all of the good things to come in for all of us. And I feel that's for you. You've been through so much at this point in your life. I just feel like things are really going to start to turn around for you this year. I feel like the next 7 days, 7 weeks, 7 months, it's going to be all good change, all positive feelings, but you cannot stay in that victim mentality. Don't trap yourself mentally with things from the past. Like you can't let that affect your future is the message here, okay? You can't allow that to come in and affect the choices you make in the future because like that's the past energy, right? Like that's behind you. So don't feel helpless, don't feel restricted. You have me, you have everybody you can talk to, you have people that you love that you can confide in. If you feel like there's something that you're not quite sure about, reach out. And you know what? One of us can help, maybe make sense of something. Because there's no sense of imprisoning yourself, mentally. Like that's Gemini shit. Like you got to get out of that, get out of that air. Like don't allow that to take over. Just be your wonderful self and really, I see you being really productive. So I like that for you. I still see you writing a book. I don't care what anybody says. Like I want to write a book, but I do see you writing a book as well. I don't know. I would love to come up with some sort of wonderful creative idea where, a bunch of us get together and write like a chapter each, just maybe like a 12 chapter book, and each chapter is someone else's experience with their life, and it could be like a inspirational guide for, the path of whatever, and come up with a cool idea, and like everybody could just write the book together. There could be like a group effort. Wouldn't that be kind of neat? Just saying. Hi, Taz. Hello, my girl. How are you? Oh, we're back to 10. Maybe nobody actually left me. It was just YouTube being weird. Hi, lovely chat friends. Just wanted to make sure I stopped in and said hello. Still dealing with my mom's illness, I know, darling, but I had to send my love to you all. Oh, sweetheart, thank you so much for stopping by. You're still in my prayers, honey, and hoping everything's going to work out okay there for you, darling. Yeah, I know. It's hard to, resisting change and accepting things is really difficult for you right now, Tess, honey. I do see you getting a download of really interesting information, though, that's going to help the situation better. Yeah, it came up twice. So I like that for you. Ace of Swords 2 times, 3 times. So there you go. You're going to get a big download. It's going to be great. Thank you so much for coming by. I love you so much. Oh, my love. And you're the biggest support son. You missed it. I had like this huge reading for Doris, our newcomer, and I don't know what happened to her, but oh my god, it was intense. Okay, so we're going. So we did cutie pies. Now we're gonna tune in. We have Quartzy. You're up next. My hippie warrior princess, I know, isn't she great? Inspiration to us all. Wouldn't it be cool? Like PewDiePie wrote a chapter, Hippie Chick wrote a chapter, Taz wrote a chapter, I write a chapter. It could be like a group effort and just like write a book. And then all of our names would be on the book and we could sell it on Amazon. Maybe that's our future waiting. All our life experiences, you know? Like, I would love to do that. I love you too. I love you too, Taz. Okay, so I am going to move on now, and we're going to see who. Oh, a spiritual animal, of course. Of course, cutie pie. Of course. I'm going to tie off your reading. Thank you for reminding me. I always forget these sorts of things sometimes. What do we got? We got these ones. Let's do the spiritual animal oracle. Yes, Quartzy, you are actually next. I was just about to tell you. I was drawn between you and Sifa, and then it was like, no, Quartzy. Woo! I know, they're so fun. We have to do one for Doris too. She comes back. Okay. Ooh. The horse. Maybe the horse was for you. Maybe that horse message was for you. Maybe that whole reading was for you. I don't know. Anyway, horse freedom. Your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls you. You have unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. You follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. Look at that, girl. Isn't that weird that I mentioned horse and the horse came up for you? Let's pull another one. Maybe there's another flipper in here. Oh, we got the ram. Perseverance. You have many gifts. No problem can withstand the power of your mind. With patience, you can reach your mountaintop. Never give up, and good luck will follow. And you asked, you don't know where to start. Well, where you start is with one sentence. That's it. When you keep going. Elk, nobility. Celebrate your accomplishments with humility. You are crowned with success. Powerful forces guide you. Your ability to conquer challenges is limitless. So you have the elk, the ram, stubborn perseverance, and the freedom of the horse. Wow, there's a lot of flippers in here. Holy smokes. Okay, so what else came up? The snow leopard, self-reliance. You're strong, independent, and often solitary. Integrity is important for your best outcome. Cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. You have the raven. I'll show you that one. It's pretty. You have the raven. You do? You have the exact same one? That's cool. You are the creator and magician. Use your gifts for good. There is power in your wisdom and words. Connect with the element spirits and guide through the void. Claim your place as a keeper of the mysteries. Hummingbird, miracles. You are the joy bringer. You bless the world with positivity and love. Energy soars on your shining wings. Spread the miracle of happiness. Look at that. Then you got sea turtle. You're a master of finding life's flow. Be in harmony with the rhythm and your path will unfold. Persevere and you will succeed. You have everything you need to be protected and happy. And then wolf is a pathfinder. Release your past and start a new journey. You are a teacher and help others to find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have love that endures. Look at that. Love it. Love it for you. What's on the floor? Fox Moon! 20% off Nave melts. Use the word Fox at checkout and you'll get a percentage off on her wonderful wax melts. Go to musicmelts.com. Okay, you got the that was just the one we already read that. All right, so there you go. Now enjoy your spirit channels. All right, Quartzy, my girl, you're up next. The cougar and the snow leopard. All right, Quartz, my girl, you had a question about your energy and whose energy is it? And I've been getting some weird dreams. Okay, let's see. What's going on with your energy? I love it too, cutie pie. It's great. You're very welcome, sweetheart. What's going on with my energy? Well, like everyone else, I feel like you're just picking up on, what's being put down by the world right now. Discernment is very important to figure out what's what. Let's see. Capybara. I know, right? Oh God, that was so funny that day. Way back when, in the beginning. Capybara. I said capybara. I said it like that. Oh my God. All right, let's see. Let's see, Quartzy. What is the energy you've been picking up? And what's going on with your energy? What is going on? Okay, so you've been a bit of a social butterfly. Maybe you're picking up on a lot of other people's energy, but I also see 4 cups in reverse. There's a breakthrough that happened with you recently. You had some sort of breakthrough emotionally. I feel like you did some work and you've come out on top with that. The Star card here. Yeah, I don't know. There was some sort of creative block you had, as well as like you were focusing on the negative side of it. You know what I mean? So I think maybe that's where some of that weird energy came in from. But it's not that your dream, like your focus. Okay, Aquarian energy, first of all. Aquarians, they're sort of like a little bit of air, a little bit of, water, a little bit of fire, a little bit of earth. Like they're really kind of unpredictable in terms of the elements that they carry, depending on the person. So it could make you feel like you've lost direction a little bit if you've encountered that energy. So that could be the person that came in. And then also the fact that there's some Leo energy there in your throat chakra. So I feel like there's like conflict going on internally with how you want to speak your words. Maybe it's just because of you're trying to be diverse or like inclusive or, not be sort of like offensive, or maybe you're just trying to change the way you approach people with that tension that, you have going on, maybe in the workplace still or in your life in general. But 5 is about change. And then, of course, the 7 here, we have the 7 of wands, 5 of wands, 7 of wands. And the 7 of wands is in the reverse, which means sort of trying to find your self-confidence, trying to find your motivation to move in the right direction with this energy that you have, because you kind of feel exhausted right now. I feel like there's something inside of you is you're just like, oh, I just give up. Like, I don't know what to do with all this, right? But I know you're not going to give up because you're very, very, very strong in perseverance. You always persevere. Your energy is always wonderful. You're always determined. Okay. You're vivacious. So it's not in your core to do this sort of thing, but sometimes it's okay to let go and just like move away from something if it's not serving your best good or your highest self, right? Because it's not yielding anything. It's not bringing you like any good, I guess, answers, or like the equation isn't giving you the right, how do I put this? The math isn't adding up. Does that make sense? Something doesn't track and you can feel it. Yeah, Two of Swords in reverse, emotional detachment. You've made a choice and you've decided to move away from something here, but you're hesitant. There's a little bit of anxiety going on because you're not quite sure if you've made the right choice. And I also want to suggest that sometimes, like myself, when you get a download of so much information, it can be a little overwhelming. You don't know how to like navigate through it. And this is kind of what happened with Dorsey reading. Like I didn't really know how to navigate through all that. There was so much information. It was just like boom, right on top of me. And that can cause some kind of internal turmoil. Like I started doubting whether or not I was on the right track with her, So that's kind of, I feel that for you as well, which might create a little bit of mental anxiety in terms of like wondering now why and what's in it, what's going on. Like, what's the energy I'm feeling? What is this, shift? What is this new whatever? And is it my energy? Is it someone else's energy? Like, I don't know. And so maybe it's the fact that you're moving just in general, like there's movement. That's a frequency of its own, right? That's a vibration of its own. You have your own vibe going on. And so you have to kind of find the balance in between all of the things, the opposition, the things that compromise, the things that make sense to you, things that move you forward. And if you start to move in a different way, like just change your frequency a little bit, like maybe do a little bit of grounding, some meditation work. I feel like if you just kind of silence out the noise, you'll be able to pinpoint what's your energy and what the external energy is, right? Because you'll feel your own vibration, and then you'll be like, okay, and have you ever do that thing where that self-soothing heart tap thing? It starts what is it called? I just learned it the other day. It was the something nerve, the Javis nerve, or whatever the hell, that nerve that goes down through your body. It's supposed to like jumpstart your central nervous system again and change perspective, or like it's like a reboot or a reset of your energy. Tapping, I think that's good for you as well to start that practice. What's coming in the future for you? Yeah, Ace of Cups, nice. Abundance of, okay. Lots of water energy here. Lots, 7 and a 1. So we've got the 8. Ace of Cups, 7 of Cups. So you're going to have a lot of choices coming towards you, okay? You're going to have an emotional awakening if it hasn't already happened for you. I see you searching for purpose and not just a paycheck. I see you have like a lot of wishful thinking with the 7 of, Cups, lots of opportunities, lots of choices. And maybe it can be a little overwhelming as well, to the point where you just sort of daydream instead. I do see you having a lot of personal growth. I feel like that whatever thing that happened with you has definitely put you on a new path. It's a completely different path and a way of thinking that you used to have. You were kind of indecisive, and I see you walking into this like this gateway, or we'll call it a stargate of a timeline shift for you, where you have an opportunity that comes knocking, and I think that you're ready for it. What is this card hiding? The World card in reverse and the Moon. Okay, so the reason why you're not being able to walk through this door right now is because there's a lack of like understanding or clarity at the moment. Like there's sort of like a harmony you need to find first, and you don't want to take a shortcut because you're afraid to take a shortcut, then maybe it'll fuck it all up, right? So I see you not completing the cycle until you're absolutely sure, until you're free of the anxiety, so you don't feel like it's a delusion, like you have clarity when you come out of that water, it's not so like the fog, the mental fog is gone, that brain fog disappears, and then you can decisively choose. But you've already kind of made a choice in your like your subconscious, your psyche, your higher self has already made the choice, right? Like you've had an emotional awakening, even more of a spiritual download as well. And I feel like you're just trying to figure it out. But at the same time, that subconscious energy then says, well, what if it's this? And what if it's that? That's the illusion. And then now you're wondering, like, what the hell's going on, right? These dreams you're getting, these downloads, I think that it's personal growth. And I feel like you are being, you're being given a path. You're being motivated to step out of that feeling of being overwhelmed or overwhelmedness, whatever that's called, and sort of stepping into this energy of like, okay, detaching from that, and then mentally pulling back and saying, okay, I'm going to find the joy in this. I need new love. I need new types of feelings. I don't want to feel the old feelings. I want to feel something new. So I feel like you are working through some stuff to put behind you before you walk through that new door, that new path, right? And the bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. So kindness, being wise, sitting in your element, being comfortable, being set up, being like set in a situation where, you know, you're humble and yet you're very emotionally, but you're balanced, right? And you have the tools to get there. But this is about trust. You have to trust yourself, right? You have to trust that energy that you feel is yours and move forward through that with and hold that space for yourself, right? Give yourself space, self-love, self-attention, the 8 pillars, right? And so, you know, I would suggest like do some grounding work, some meditation, maybe, 5 minutes of exercise, like walk around the block, just chair yoga, whatever the hell you need to do, just kind of get your blood flowing for a few moments every day. And just do it for like, I don't know, 2 or 3 days and see what happens. You might have like some sort of change of thought process where you're like, oh, okay, I get that. I think now I think I know what is what, and and I can kind of navigate through that differently if I move a certain type of way. And if I move this way, then maybe I can just shift that energy here and use it in this space instead of over here in this space, right? And then you'll be able to discern whether or not that energy in the middle is yours or not, right? And this is also about sort of like forgiving. I feel like you've been going through a lot of forgiveness. You're forgiving yourself, you're forgiving others, you're letting things go from your past energy that doesn't really necessarily help you anymore. And you're understanding that, okay, if I drop this over here and let it be and just give it with love to the universe and say, okay, this is not mine anymore. And now you're getting all this download and you're like, oh, I don't know what to do with all this, right? Because it's quick. It's a quick one. So my advice is to transition, let go of that old stuff like you've been doing. Just keep moving on, right? And be kind to yourself, because there's a sense of relief that's going to come to you when you do transition out of this old energy. Okay. That conflict that you used to, that trust issue you have with the Lovers in reverse, that sort of energy of like, I don't know who to talk to. I don't know who to trust. I don't know who's going to like backstab me or take me for granted. I've made some bad choices. Like, no. Just self-love. Just give all the nurturing to yourself. And it's not about being, vain or whatever. It's about like just accepting that I deserve this. My self-worth is this. I can be better, but I'm also awesome. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of how I see it for you. Yeah, and there's somebody else. So there is somebody in your circle though that has a really dark energy. I know you feel and you pick up on it, and you're wondering if you should like sort of just let them kind of I feel like there's some creativity that's going to come from that for you. You're going to be able to like spark off of that. Again with the healing 4 swords energy. Self-love for sure, 100%. Let's see, what should we pull to close this reading off of? We'll do the dream card since you're having dreams. Yeah, I'm really glad for you. Perspective is everything. Visions, dreams, feeling is mostly romantic, but I always get the sense energy is random places. Does that make sense? Yeah, exactly. And you know what? Like also too, like those could be your spirit guides showing you things, showing you pieces of the future, pieces of the past, making you feel certain types of ways so that you can, kind of like understand when they happen, whether or not it's for you, right? And so sometimes that's what happens as well. There is a married man in your circle. I suggest great quartz that you really reconsider that friendship. Yeah, there's email coming up. So I don't know if this person's emailing you or, you know, just be mindful of the messages that you send as well as a message. A message is a message and a message. Okay, anything else for great quartzy? I feel like you're really shifting out of the dynamic with the family stuff. I think you really have been working through all of that for sure as well. Yeah, so celebrity, shine like the star that you are. So again, with the self-love, be the thing that you want to attract to yourself. Okay, it's like a butterfly, right? You're going through a change, a transformation, and definitely a metamorphosis. Yes, dance, move to the rhythm of your soul. I love this for you. I'm going to pull also a quick romance card for you since you're dreaming of a romantic partner, maybe possibly coming in. We'll see what the spirits have to say. The angels, what they got to say about that. Hey, your lover. How are you? Back in the bushes. That's good. I need a good guard dog watching out for me. I should give you a wrench. My lady. You still around, girl? You just listening, hanging out? If anybody wouldn't mind putting MJ and Allie's link in the channel and Jen Lou and everything else. Okay, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. See what I'm saying? So like if you project like what you are to the universe is going to match that energy and bring that person to you. So if there's things, I feel like there's things you're working on about yourself that you don't want to bring in from okay, there's some things you're working on yourself you don't want to attract from somebody else. So you want to get that out of the way first and then evolve into this thing that you know you're transitioning into already and get to that place where you're like, okay, now I get it. Now I want that person. I'm ready for that person to come in, right? Because you're going to be that energy. So I love this for you. So just stay optimistic, stay on the right path. I'm telling you, I got goosebumps, Quartzy. You got me with the goosies. Woo! Love it. So excited about love. I love love. Like I just am so in love with love. Like it makes me so happy when people find somebody and they have their person. It just makes me excited. So yeah, I love that for you. So that's good. So that's good. Good. You're doing all the things. Proud of you. Truth bumps. Oh, look at Pointer Lover, my little guard dog. Yeah, you are the goosebumps person, girl. You always bring the goosies out. Gorcy. I love you so much. I love you all. I'm drinking cold tea, by the way. Hang on a second. I put some hot water in this. I'm going to tell you, though, that crystal trick, like, I'm digging it. I don't know. I think there's something to it. Because I read about it. I saw a YouTube video about it. If I try to see if I can post it in the community page, this thing that I saw. And, like, I'm a big fan of Nikola Tesla. Like, I followed his work and I've been always into his stuff, but like, and I knew he worked with crystals, you know, like specifically like energy, you know, you can spark electricity with certain types of quartz and stuff. And quartz. And this video though was more like along the lines of like, okay, so we use this in here and we use that over there, and you know, that makes this thing, that makes that, but like nobody really understands why it happens. And it's sort of like this thing about the brain. Like nobody understands the brain fully. Nobody understands the depths of the sea fully. Nobody understands the galaxy fully. Like there's so many mysteries to things. And I feel like if they're there, they're supposed to be utilized. And so why not? And so they did an experiment in which, you know, like how sometimes frequency can change the the geometric shape of water and sand and things like that. Well, they did it. They did that with frequency, but then they added a crystal and it changed the thing completely. It changed the shape of whatever that was, like that flower or whatever that appears in water with love, right? And then they added, like, I think it was a rose quartz, and it changed the thing. It was crazy. And then it changed, and then they added amethyst and it changed it again. Like, I was like, what is going on? So there's something to it. So what I did was I put all my little crystals around so when it's boiling, it maybe will absorb all the stuff. Listen, it's an experiment. Well, I'll keep you I'll keep you tuned in. Hey Nadine, no, don't worry, girl. I was just wondering if you were still around, that's all. um better. I'm on a tea kick lately. God, that's good. Okay, so we're going on 3 o'clock. So we're gonna do Sifa. Wait, who did I say I was gonna? No, Kelly, you're up, girl. We're gonna do you right quick. We're gonna do you, Kelly, honey. Oh, don't worry about that. You can watch later, girl. Don't worry about that. Nadine, now you gotta go stand in the corner. Stop. Oh Lord. All right, Kelly. So it's you that's doing the craft channel, right? No, you don't need to stand in the corner, Nadine, girl. No way, Jose. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Yeah. Anyway, I'm super looking forward to your channel because I discovered that I am a collector of hobbies, and so, you know, I likely have craft supplies for literally everything you suggest. So we're gonna do, except clay. I have to get some, have my hands on some clay. But yeah. You're so mean to me. I know. I love her. She's my guard dog. She's in the bushes keeping everybody away. Sniffing out the... You guys are cute. Okay, Kelly, let's see what's going on. I'm losing my vibes. So I think I only have maybe energy for one more. Oof. We'll do a couple 3-card pulls, though. We'll do Mandine, we'll do Sifa, we'll do Andrea, and then we'll tie it off. So, keep saying 3-card pulls, but they end up being full readings. All right, so 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands. What was the last name I said? What was the last name I said? Was it Andrea? That's when the cards fell out on. So, Andrea, if you're still in the chat, I feel like these cards are for you. And not Kelly P. But both of you pay attention because they could be for Kelly P as well. So whichever one of you this resonates with, let me know, and then I'll, because I don't know what's going on. I just feel like I just heard Kelly P, Andrea, like both. So I don't know. Maybe have similar timelines going on. Who knows? Okay. So we've got the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. So some unsteady family stuff. Okay. Probably marriage issues, divorce, all the things. Then we've got 3 of Wands, not being able to kind of like, you were patient before, waiting for calmer waters. Now you just kind of want to just rush in. You're ready for the ride that wave. And the Star card in the reverse means like star not. So you wished upon something, you know, your blessings and wishings didn't come in. You were like kind of disappointed. It's like, okay, now what do I do? Like I'm done wishing. Like what, you know, like no. And now you're in this environment where it's like 10 of Cups, baby. Yes, it's coming in. I feel it. I feel that good energy. Maybe you met somebody, something's good at home, feeling all the good vibrations with the 10 of Cups there. Queen of Swords energy in the upright, which just means you're good mentally. Okay, you'll be able to make choices. You're not really worried about all the wishy-washy stuff from the past. Just kind of like thinking, moving, like forward thinking, like mentally forward thinking. And the Hierophant in the reverse, it's almost like you don't need enlightenment at this point. You're just sort of focusing on the physical world. Like you're not really looking for a mentor or a teacher or somebody to guide you. I feel like you just have that from your family. Have that family dynamic is center and core. It's like one moment I think it's Andrews, and the next moment I think it's Kelly. Three of Pentacles. Okay, upright coming in. Teamwork, cooperation. Building something, a tapestry, it's woven, entanglement, okay? Yeah, Seven of Pentacles, you're going to be putting down roots. Growing something fruitful, growing, creating a tree of life, creation. Something you are cultivating, and there's something that you are fostering to make it grow. Speaking of which, I gotta water my plant. Me back to life. So yeah, my plant almost died. So yeah, so I feel like there's some financial growth here happening. You put some money down, you know, planted it, you're letting the interest grow. It's that kind of energy. Also, your material world, you worked on your family, you know, you're not waiting, you take it head on. It's like, I'm not waiting for calm waters, I'm just going to ride the wave, and you're on it, and it's made your life better. You're kind of like walking through the chaos, made your life more easy. I don't know if that makes sense to you or not. But yeah. Now I'm getting a vibe that this is for Kelly. I don't know. This day is weird. It's like I'm shifting in and out of timelines. It's so weird. So I sound like a crazy person. Okay, what's the last card? What's the last card of this, please? This reading. Ooh, I got it. Ooh, 9 of Swords. Okay. Okay, so something's keeping you up at night. So this is for whoever, okay, whoever's having some anxiety and having trouble sleeping between Andrea and Kelly, that's going to determine who this reading is for. Because if you've got some anxiety going on and it's keeping you up at night, the 9 of Swords energy, you know, having nightmares, maybe not really, there's some shit you still need to be working through and your subconscious is bringing it out. Maybe there's some stuff in life going on that it just seems all great, but there's underlining stuff. Then this reading's for you. 9 of Swords talks about the reverse of family, wanting the happy family, and it's keeping you up. There's something going on here where you're heartbroken and you're just mentally kind of trapped in that mentality. You're imprisoned by a process of thought, a mental loop, okay, about setting down family roots, growing a family, having a happy family, making the right choices, being Queen of Swords energy, you know, being in the direction of moving forward, not really concentrating on the past with, oh, I wish upon a star didn't come true, but mainly thinking of the practical and moving forward in a direction that's taking you into an energy that you want to have attract to you, much like Cutie Pie and much like Quartzy. I just feel like there's a cooperative teamwork effort coming in the near future where it's going to allow you to put those roots down. I see some financial growth for you. I see some material success, also some family dynamic as well. Okay, but also save your money. I think you're worried or concerned about loyalty right now. There's something going on in your inner circle about loyalty. And I want to suggest that this has you in your feels. Yeah, Kelly, I'm getting the impression it's for you as well. 100%. So Page of Swords came up in the middle of the deck. The 6 of Cups came up in the middle of the deck. And I can't make this show up because I just literally picked this card right here. But the loyalty, put it back, and then shuffled it up, and then that's what happened. So you've got a message coming in about information. You've got an offer coming in that's going to be in like a breakthrough of some kind, and then you've got something about loyalty, family loyalty, right? Somebody like the dog energy, somebody who is very close to you that's going to help make this transition makes sense. And it's somebody that you can trust. Okay, next thing. Can we clarify, please, the Nine of Swords? Yeah, you're not following your intuition right now. High Priestess in reverse, and the Ten of Wands. Walking towards and away from something. Okay, so now we're getting somewhere. Travel. I see you traveling. I even see you maybe changing homes, changing environments, moving away into something new, packing, leaving, letting go, changing homes, changing. There's serious change. 10, you got 3 10s on the floor. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, 10 of Wands, girl. What's this? 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. I saw that card earlier as well. It was a clarifier, and the universe is like, nope, you're going to tell her anyway. You got to save your money. You can't be generous right now. It's about saving your money so you can make that transition. I see you moving. Whether that is mentally, emotionally, or physically, you are moving. Walking towards something, not just walking away. You are walking actively towards a new beginning, a new change, a new life. I don't know what. Whether you're taking a trip to visit family, friends, I don't know. But it's transition. Some sort of I am going to say it again. I see you moving homes. I see you changing, leaving something behind, getting a new environment. Hangman in reverse. You're freeing yourself. Yeah, you're freeing yourself, girl. You are free from this feeling stuck mentality. Kelly, I love this for you. I do. I really do. Okay, one more validation card, please. Hangman again. But now it's in the upright. So I feel like you're going back and forth with your mind. It's kind of like one moment you feel free and the next moment you're like, you feel stuck again. So it's like this back and forth mentality. Maybe that's something that's keeping you from like moving forward with something. It's like there's a decision you're trying to make about transitioning and you're not quite sure if you trust yourself to make the choice or if the choice or if the decision you're making is good for you. But either way, it's the Hangman. It's the one, it's the Alpha Omega. It's the number 0 card. So it's kind of like the Fool, not the 0 card. That's the Fool card. The Hangman is like it's the ability to free yourself card, right? There's nothing universally holding you there that's like that you can't break free from right now, like restrictions or, obligations. It's kind of like, yes, but not in the sense of like, not in the sense of like, being trapped by something or someone. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you're not in that position. You are able to free yourself and you have done so. I feel like it's like you're going back and forth with this feeling of like flipping over. Like you're constantly flipping over, right? Hi, hippie chick. Hi, Punksy. Aw, thank you, darling. Aw, thank you for the pretzel salt. I do have a lot of ice. But yeah, that's what I got for you. Hello. And we'll tie off your reading with what should we do? We'll do the nature spirit card. It's good to see you, hippie chick. Good to see you too, Foxy. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, it's very interesting. And also, the weird thing is, I don't feel that super big boundary around you right now, like I used to. It's crazy. So, being vulnerable, I appreciate that. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Okay, what do we have to say to Kelly before we tie up this reading, please? Ancestors have to say, walking in beauty. See the doorway? I keep saying this to everyone's reading. It's like a gateway, a doorway, a transition. That's where we're at right now. We're in a timeline shift, guys. And the sunshine is coming up and it's beautiful and bright. Okay, and you're walking in beauty. Sorry, just 1 second, guys.
Stop right
So I'm just arguing with my son. Yeah, so that's kind of what I see for you. And then also smudging ceremony. I want you to smudge your house, girl. Okay? And yes, you have the heart of a warrior. That polar bear, I seen that polar bear yesterday and again last night. And now today. That's 3 times. Need something. All right. So there we go, Kelly, my girl. We did yours. The cutie pie, we did yours. Okay, Andrew, I'm going to do yours quickly here with a 3-card spread. We're going to do the next couple of people very quickly because we're going on 3:30 and I've got a lot to do this afternoon before it gets dark. Oof. Of course, I could also do it tomorrow. It's not a big deal, really. Okay, let's see. I'm just glad it's Saturday. Oh, I couldn't wait for this weekend to come, but it just doesn't last very long. It goes so fast. Andrea. Celebration. Big changes. You also see? Okay, that's why. That's why, because you both are going through big changes. All right, big changes, celebration. I feel like there's an accomplishment that you've made. There's a lot. You're ambitious and determined about something, girl. And there's also a sense of wanting to participate in teamwork. So that's why I couldn't decide between the two of you, because it's almost like they were entangled. Strong Aries energy here, Capricorn and Aquarius. Excuse me, throat and heart chakra. Heart and throat chakra. This is about you speaking your truth. Some kind of supercharged activity of the Knight of Swords, moving towards something here. Okay, you're charging ahead, taking life by the balls. And I also see going through maybe some type of reunion. Smudging, Kelly P, that's like when you take like some white sage and just go from corner to corner of your home and just say like a little prayer. Like, you could say like, please God bless this house and eliminate any negative energy. I don't want any, whoever's uninvited, please leave. Like, I don't need, whatever it is for you. I usually just say, please God bless this house, remove any negative vibration that doesn't belong here. In Jesus' name I pray, man, like that, or you could just do like a little mantra, or you could just light a candle, whatever works for you. But I like to smudge because the sage, I don't know what it does, but it just sort of like,
Hey everybody! It's Baby Fox!
anyways, he just wanted to say hi, y'all. Okay, so yeah, so some celebration, enjoyment, all that good stuff. So okay, Andrea, yeah, so I see some I think going like home for some kind of maybe you're going to a wedding or get together with friends or some type of like, I don't know, reunion from, I don't know, but 4 of Wands is my marriage card, so I don't know, that's all that. Yeah, Andrea. King of Wands. Yeah, that tracks. Natural born leader. Protector. I think you're Okay. I see what's going on here. I think, Andrea, you need to spread yourself a little bit more thinner here. I see you getting overwhelmed with all this stuff. You're going to burn out. I don't want you to lose faith in what you're doing and who you are right now, but I just feel like if you don't take a minute and pause, you're gonna exhaust yourself. There's going to be a moment where you're just kind of like, okay, I got to deal with this chronic fatigue because it's going to burn me out. It's going to create anxiety. I don't want to feel this. It's like you give so much of yourself, and it's very balanced energy, right? And you do accomplish a lot because you're a very tenacious person and you're so magnetic, right? But because of all this energy, I feel sometimes that you maybe overextend yourself. And I really want you to take a minute back and just be like, I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna wait a moment. I'm gonna just like, I'm gonna take a break and just rest. I think you need some rest. Because if you don't rest right now, like you need to relax a bit. Currently in this present energy, you need to relax a bit. Okay. Spirit's saying, yeah, or you're going to burn out. But take a beat. They all said hi. So, and I also feel like there's a sense of restlessness that's going to drive you to get this way, but it will burn you out. So just be careful where you put your energy right now, okay? Andrea, my girl. The moon card in reverse. Yeah, you got clarity, girl. You're also working on releasing your fears and finding your truth right now. And I feel like you also have suppressed emotions that you want to conquer. And like everyone, we all have our own anxieties about things. So I feel like you're trying to get past that as well. But just be careful because it's going to burn you out if you put too much effort. You have to sometimes let these things just flow naturally, right? Sometimes we can be working hard on ourselves, and sometimes you just need to take a minute and just let the universe work too, right? Like give the will of Jesus or whatever, maybe your higher self, and just be like, you know what, hey, like I'm just going to take a minute, let this do what it needs to do. And then when everything kind of just comes to the surface, like I'll just figure it out from there. Because I do see you conquering your anxiety. I do see you coming out of this feeling of like, oh, okay, I have clarity now. My brain's not as fog as it used to be, right? Oh, really, Punksy? You think you just passed claws? I hope she's okay. I haven't seen or heard from her in forever. Oh my gosh, there's a plot that came up for claws. I feel like oh God, I hope she didn't rebound. I hope she didn't rebound, guys. Okay, if she did, that's okay. You can just pick up, keep going. It's fine. No shame in that. All right, so we've got the devil in reverse. So that's about overcoming addictions. And okay, this is not for you. No, she's good. She didn't rebound. She's good. She's just disassociating with it all right now, I feel like. Okay, getting back to Andrea. So what's this last card say? Fair enough. Fair enough. Choices. This is about you finding your way through a difficult time, but not too difficult. This is about, thinking about things and sort of like, oh, I wish it went this way. I hope it goes this way. I hope it goes that way. I want to do this purposefully. I want something to come through that makes sense for me because I have too many choices and I just want to be able to pick one, right? A lot of opportunities coming in. A lot of opportunities coming in for you, honey. I see a lot of good things coming around. I see, clarity, mental fog disappearing, lots of choices if you take the rest you need to take. Hey, Ava. Hi. So yeah, so just take the moment that you need, darling, and I think things are going to work out for you. Let's see what the last three cards have to say. Let's clarify, please. That's it? That's all you got? All right, let's look at the bottom of the deck. Okay, 10 of... Okay, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So this is about overcoming misfortune. So I feel like you thought perhaps... Oh, God. I get it. This is about you lose... This... Andrea, honey, this is about you giving up control a little bit. Like I said before about letting Jesus take the wheel. It's not a it's not a setback. It's just unwelcomed change going on right now that's got you all kind of messed up. So it's not that you're unlucky or that you may feel unlucky right now. All things happen for a reason. Yeah, look, the Star card. You're going to get the direction you need. There will be a renewal here for you. You can trust in what's happening is meant to be. And you're going to come out on the other side. Okay, it's not going to be anything harsh. It's going to be a good outcome. I see really balanced energy with this Aquarius. Okay, even though Aquarius is all over the place. But I just feel like it's, you know, one foot on the land, one foot on the water. Very grounded energy. Very electric energy. And then, yes, overcoming and, you know, regaining control. We have the Capricorn card in the reverse as well. So this might have been for you. Detaching, okay, from something else, releasing. This is about you reclaiming your power back. So, yeah, I like that for you. And the middle last card is the Queen of Cups. So this is about, you know, completing your supportive nature, counseling yourself, others, whatever it is that you're doing, because you are a very spiritual person. You're a lovely soul. You have so much light within you. But like all of us, we're all human and we all have things to work through. And I think you're doing a really great job. Continue on your path. But yeah, I really want you to take some rest, okay? Some self-love and reflect. So that's what I have for you. And we're going to tie off your reading with us. Heal yourself. What's the play? Okay, here we go. Let's try off the reading for Andrea, 54. Ancestors. Pay attention to the signs. Number 10. These 10s are coming out like wildflowers today, guys. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10 all day long. So it is about knowing the wisdom to see what is in front of you. It is about having the light to guide your way, following your intuition, following your gut. Pay attention to the path that you're on, right? It's very important for you to notice and recognize. I'm going to show you this one more time. Look at this. Look at this painting. You have a cemetery, you have an owl, you have a dead tree, you have a lantern, you have what looks to be like some sort of like, you know, waitress from a long time ago, or maybe somebody off of a ship from an old, you know, Pirates of the Caribbean movie. But it's definitely some sort of wonderful feminine energy. And I just feel like there's a wisdom there. And I just feel like you need to pay attention to that, whatever that is that's driving you right now. That's going to help fill you on your journey, okay? What is this stuck in here? Cycles. Yeah, for sure. For sure. You're on a new path. I said it earlier. All right. So that's what I got for you. All right, guys. So we're going to now move to Sifa, and then we're going to call it a day. It's going on 3:30, and I really, really just kept talking all damn day. I'm sorry. So Sifa, are you still here, honey? Let us know if you find her, right? So smudging is just like cleansing your house of any like negative ions, negative energy, some other people's energy they can leave behind, you know, even your own energy. Like sometimes you get in a funk and you just kind of like, you know, feng shui is like the changing around of furniture to release trapped energy and move energy around. Same as smudging. It just moves the energy around and you know, the magnetic stuff you can't see, you know, and it just shifts things and makes it fresh and new and good and positive. Really, it's all that it does. All right, well, Sip is not in here. We'll just pull a 3-card spread for him, and then we'll call it a day. Yeah, 3 hours and 22 minutes. I'm fading, so we're gonna. Woo. Okay, so we've got accomplishing skill development. So right now you are in the middle of working hard, being a workaholic, working on your skills, you know. Strong Virgo energy, the number 8. It's also your gut, following your gut. Okay, cool. Thanks, Tippy. So, yeah, so it's kind of like you taking the time to, you know, use your talents, use your skills, accomplish your things. You have a lot of ambition going on right now. I feel like you're happily with your employment. I don't think there's anything there. I mean, maybe that you do it too much. I think you're too much of a workaholic. You take a break. But other than that, that's past energy, I feel like. But let's see what's going on in the current. And whether or not that translates into the current energy as well. Maybe you want to change from it. Maybe, you know, we'll see. Ooh, that all came up. Wow. Okay. So 10 of Pentacles. This talks about family and job security. Again, it's about your work or stable life, you know, long-term success. I think, okay, you're a traditional person. I feel like there's a strong foundation underneath you. I feel like you're feeling very stable right now with your finances. You definitely are very resourceful and you have strong willpower. So I feel like whatever it is that comes your way, you're able to work through it. You get it done. I mean, like you created my Discord in like literally not even half a day, I don't think. And I have yet to sit down with you. So, I mean, that's, you know, the difference between you and I. But you do have the art of communication. You're very resourceful. I feel like you could do a multitude of things, and you likely do. Like me, I'm a collector of hobbies, and you may also be as well, but you actually do them. Like you know, you, although for me, it's more like priorities. Like I don't have the time to do them, and so therefore I can't do them. But if I got the inspiration and I had the time, then I would do them. But I feel like you just always get that inspiration. You always have that resource you can pull from and utilize, right? And you have that desire. It's pretty strong. So, you know, and I see that coming in for you. So yeah, I see a lot of creativity coming in for you as well. I see a lot of Virgo energy, throat chakra, Mercury. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of conversations you're going to be having. I see you revealing something here as well. I see there's like a big reveal. Judgment. You're going through currently Libra energy, which is a very balanced energy, but Pluto's involved. So it's kind of like, okay, am I balanced? Let me just look at things. It's very internal, introspective Virgo vibe, but it's not quite hermit mode. Do you know what I mean? It's like, let me just sort of, what have I done? Maybe I should be forgiven for some things. What have been done to me? What have I done to others? Like, there's a mirroring happening. It's like you passing judgment on somebody else has allowed you to see something about yourself that you're now reflecting about and sort of deciphering whether or not that is your inner calling or if that's something that somebody's put on you to be. Do you know what I'm saying? There's also an awareness taking place that I don't fully feel like you're aware of in some type of forgiveness. In the center of the reading, you have the mental clarity here with honesty and truth. You have the King of Swords. That's your core self. You are morally high and you stand for justice. You're very upright. Taurus and Gemini energy. With that being said, there's a mask you wear, and I feel like there are two sides to you. There's a duality that takes place, just like Libra and Virgo, okay, in which there is a Sifo you show the world and a Sifo that you are behind closed doors, right? Because you're a very defensive person as well as strong-willed and minded. You're a very determined individual, but at the same time, you're very protective of those around you. And so you always do and fight for what you feel is right, and you do the right thing for others. You stand up for people and you fight the good fight, right? Like you're a white hatter, but at the same time, there's a part of you that just sort of like says, okay, I have the clarity, and the honesty and the truth, but like, how can I use my platform for the highest good? Is this truth really worth sharing? Like, sometimes it's better not to be in that truth because it could hurt others, it could hurt yourself. But you only make that choice with respect to if it's a moral one, right? So if it's morally appropriate for you to be truthful, then you will. If it's going to hurt someone's feelings, or it's morally like maybe being like, for example, if you give the secret, if you know all the truth, if you know the secrets of the universe, okay, say like, okay, take let's see, say you work for the CIA and you have all the truth there is, but you can't tell the world about it because it's gonna like affect the national defense and the president and all the people that are out there, and all like their secrets will all be exposed, and therefore people will come and they'll may attack them. And so there's some things you have to keep hidden because it protects others. Do you understand? So there's a sense of you that sort of lives in that duality where you have to be defensive to protect those that you love and keep their secrets, but at the same time, try to be transparent and honest about who you are. So that gets misconstrued as to who you are, and sometimes people don't believe you when you say you are who you are because of that energy you carry, right? It makes people feel like you are fucking like secure and everything, but you're not. You really are not. Sometimes you're just, creatively blocked, and sometimes you feel negative, and sometimes you feel suffocated and empty. And you just want to be progressive and have that Empress energy, but you don't. And, that's okay, because sometimes it's okay to have a lack of long-term vision. It's okay to have a lack of something, because it fills something else. So sometimes it's like the space in between things that matters more than that point A to point B. What's in the middle counts for you too, right? So there's some unfinished work that's going to come up towards you that you're going to work at, and it's going to bring something in. I feel like there's a very successful time for you, but it's limited. It's a short window, okay, for something. Also, you have an impulsive side that you don't show many people. So I would suggest to not give into the pessimistic energy that you're going to pick up on in the next couple of days, and really resist that, because it's going to bring you lack of direction if you feed into it. And I know you're not somebody to be easily tricked because you're not naive in nature, but I feel like because you're going to have this energy shift inside of you the next couple of days, you might very well be easily tricked by somebody. So just keep your guard up a little bit with that, okay? There's also a delay of this ability to call someone out. There's some kind of there's this feeling that, when you walk into a room and you're surrounded by people and they're all around, and you get a vibe and everybody's grooving, and then somebody else enters the scene and you're like, oh, whoa, hey, oh, wait, what's going on over here? Like, who's this guy? What do you Who does this guy think he is? And everybody's like, whoa, like bad vibes, bro. Like you gotta go. Like that's this energy I'm getting, right? And it's kind of like you're happy in your little vibe. And then when somebody comes in and she shifts your energy and fucks you up a little, I think people pick up on that and think and look at you as being shady. But it's not. You're just sort of like trying to readjust your energy. But you also need to relax. The Four Swords. So I feel like take some time out, reflect, go over some shit going on in your head right now, because it is really mental. It's not emotional. You're good with finance. You're good with, you're not in any kind of like despair or anything. It's just that, I feel like there is some sort of conflict going on with, should I stay or should I go mentality when it comes to a financial decision or some sort of project you're going to be working on. I also see like that person being in that circle that is affecting you negatively, and you're going to decide whether or not it's only short term. You're not going to cut them out of your life forever. It's just going to be like, hey, like just fuck off for a minute and let me just let me just do my thing, and then you'll get it. You'll get it eventually. It'll be fine. Like, yeah, because you're not a bad dude. You're just sort of misunderstood. I do know that in the past, I feel like you felt very exhausted with all the mental breakdowns that you've had. I feel like you've been through a lot of mental turmoil, and you've had a lot of like psychological injury where you had to be cold and you've had to be bitter because of that deep wound that you carry. And sometimes that also can come off as being snaky and shady and sketchy because it's a part of you that you hold dear because it's made you who you are, and you're not afraid to acknowledge that. And most people don't share that with, like, most people don't share their deepest, darkest secrets, and sometimes that can be off-putting. So what the fuck's going on here? Crazy mama, what you doing here, girl? What? Okay, side eye. This is bad. Okay. Phew. I thought something bad. So yeah, anyway. Anyway, I guess I'm telling you, I don't want to see you collapse again. I want you to take your time. My sweetheart. I just want you to take your time with whatever this is. There's another deep wound that's going to come to the surface. Somebody's scratching an itch that is going to I feel like a band-aid's going to be pulled out real quick. It's going to expose a wound that's not ready to heal just quite yet. And it's quite deep. And I feel like you're going to be pushed into a situation where you're not quite ready to talk about it. Although you're very open with most things, especially your religious beliefs. That's something you hold very, very dear to you. You have a lot of knowing, and that's why you share a lot of yourself with people. I feel like you enjoy knowledge sharing. You enjoy sharing what you know. I feel like you like to educate people. Okay, but you also conform, and so that's why you're misunderstood. I feel like because you conform so easily, and I just want to say, like, it's almost like an adaptation, like a chameleon sort of behavior, and it's only because that's how you've been raised. I feel like there's a sense of you that needs to adapt because you just match people's energy. And I feel like if you were to just be in your own energy and stay there for a little bit, I think people would start to recognize that you're just trying to be the bridge between others and not the bridge breaker. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. Because you are constant change. And there are a lot of personal beliefs that you carry that you don't share with the world, that you'd like to share with the world, but it's not your time. And I think you know that. Because sometimes you can be disrespectful and impulsive. And I don't think it's intentional. I just think it's like when you're put in a corner, you kind of lash out. And that's just your bad temper coming out from traumatic experiences in life. And that's when you self-doubt yourself and you become a little bit rude and people take you the wrong way. And then you lose your focus. So I don't want you to do that, right? And in order to like not allow that to happen, you got to make a difficult choice. You can't stay in the middle forever. Okay, you have to pick a side. You're on a crossroads right now. Okay, there's forces that are opposing you, and you need to decide what leg to stand on, right? That's kind of where you're at right now. This is somebody who's very self-absorbed. There's a family work imbalance that makes them seem like they're a type of way, but they're really not. They're also not showing like their true self. They also show false narrative because they're afraid to be who they truly are, because then they seem they don't want to look weak. So they hold this facade. They also have a mask that they show the world that they're tough, they don't give a fuck and all this thing. But deep down, they're hurt and wounded too. And they're misunderstood, and they're misjudged, and there are words that are said that are not necessarily supposed to have been said that come out before they're allowed to be pulled back in, if that makes sense. Because there's a lot of secrets. It's like you're the secret keeper. You hold all the secrets for people. I don't know. And right now there is a silence. And this person is okay with allowing people to just see the surface level of who they are, and they only show us a remote few people their true self. You're not like that. You try to show your true self to most people, but again, you do hold back. Everyone does. We don't always show all of ourselves to people. Like, there are parts of ourselves that we only show our mate. There's parts of ourselves where we show our children. There's parts of ourselves we only show our parents versus our friends and our colleagues at work, right? I mean, that's just normal. But this person is like completely out of touch with reality. Like, it's just and honestly, I feel like if you avoid this, you will, like, put it this way, it's going to happen regardless of whether you want it to or not. You know, if you resist change, and then you can't transform, and you can't move, and you can't grow, and you know, then there's this inner turmoil that just comes up again. And I feel like if you keep avoiding it, it's just going to become what it is. It's just delayed. It's going to be what it's going to be, right? Because really, this is just confusion, and it's all miscommunication. Honestly, I feel like this person cares for you. You care for them. It's not a big deal. It's all surface level shit. It's not deep. It's not like, you know, it's just that you have your morals and you don't think that they have any, which they do, but they just pretend like they don't, because they feel like if they show them the people who they really are, then they'll look weak, because that's how they were brought up. They were brought up to, like, not show their shit or they're weak. And then they got ostracized. They were punished. They were made to feel worthless because they are weak. And that's not the truth. It's the exact opposite, but that's how they're mentally born into the world. And that's how they were programmed. And it's going to take somebody to really crack that nut to allow that person to really be honest and accept that it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to show people you care, and it's okay to be loving. There's nothing wrong with that. But again, it's going to be a tough shell to break. And I don't think it's your job to do that. So that's just all I have to say about that. Let's go ahead and pull a Time Oracle card. And this is going to be something about next year. Goodbye, 2020. Okay, so the COVID. This is about the mask, my darling. It's time to take it off. And it's going to happen this spring. So, just saying. And what's the true emotional card say? Reckless love and sex. Protect yourself. And we have one more card from the world. What is the universe going to tell us? Or to wrap up the reading. Boring. Okay, we'll use these to wrap it up. These are like the wellness love oracle cards. So we'll see what they have to say. I use these sometimes when I do my True Crime Tarot that I share with no one. I can't believe this August is going to be 3 years since Charlie Rodney got his. It's insane. Okay, here we go. Hey, Chris. Good to see you. No, girl, it's okay. I'm getting wrap up soon anyway. Crazy Mama says, actually, he's needed to grab life by the balls, and now he does, and not so much a pushover. He's come a long way. Good. Sifa, secret keeper. Haha, facts. Yeah, but he's not the only one. The other person involved is also a secret keeper, but they're not good at keeping secrets. Burns in their pocket like a dollar wanting to be spent. But they keep the ones that matter. They keep the ones that count. Let's say something. Okay, here we go. Woo! Oh my god, and the deck box was on the floor too. That's weird. Meant to be. Not to mention the cobweb in that corner I need to clean later. Oh my god. Photograph. That's what it says. It says, looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, make new memories. So, this is about reflection. This universe wants you to take a long, hard look at yourself. And if you like what you see and you're happy, that's fine. If there's something that you think you need to work on, then that's okay too. So the other message is girl with a snake, empath and narcissist, paradigm. Being charmed or being used? This is about setting boundaries. So the boundary needs to be set. And that's all I have to say about that. All right. Thank you so much for coming out and hanging out with me today. I love you all so very much. I wish you a wonderful week. I wish you love and kindness and all the good vibes you can possibly carry. Don't forget to send love up, send love out, send love in, and be the change. Until next time, have a great week. Thanks for waking up my timeline. Love you all so much. Thank you all to my mods. And hopefully we'll see you next week. Bye for now. Let's focus that with our popular, most famous song ever. Where did it go? Where did it go?
Traveled to this place here, sent through time space, from where we were, the starship built to taste. Your errors laid to waste, at least some of the time. Cold tones, robot particle plates, black holes, transcended, folded time space. Oh, you've got no place to call your own.
tones, robot particle plates, black holes, transcended, folded time space. Oh, you got nowhere to call your home.